Here we go. A lot of fallout with this Andrew Tate situation. I'm looking at the news media. They're taking shots. They're taking a lot of shots, talking about the manosphere, the alpha male community, the red pill community. They're taking shots. They're showing a lot of videos of things he said. He challenged the Florida governor to bother him. The last time he was in there, he basically spit in the man's face. I just saw Ben Shapiro. He went in on him hard. Went in on him hard. He also threw Candace under the bus. Tucker Carlson under the bus. Tucker flew to Romania. And I think Candace flew to Romania. She flew out there. They flew out there and had one-on-ones with him. And this guy's a MAGA influencer. He's a major part. He helped Trump, just like Tucker. Tucker said he helped Trump get elected. So did Andrew Tate. And we see the charges just adding up, adding up, adding up. More charges, more charges. I saw the lawyers. I saw the lawyers come up and have a press conference, and they say that he's innocent. He denies everything. I don't think there's a bail. But the red pill, the whole concept, like I was saying, what created Andrew Tate? You know what I mean? What were the circumstances that created an Andrew Tate? And are those circumstances still prevalent? Do they still, don't they exist right now? And you can look at Andrew Tate as someone who went too far, and a lot of that stuff that he's being accused of, that really has nothing to do with the red pill. I mean, that's an individual, that's his life in the sense he chooses to partake of those things. But they're going in on the red pill philosophy, and they're ignoring why these guys grow so big and why they have such a following. A lot of these young guys are struggling with today's society, and they're struggling with how to be a man. You got a lot of women raising kids. There's no man, and you got to know how to process that stuff. You got to know how to process that. You can't just where you gonna get your instruction from. You don't get it from a older person, and maybe the older person in your family is a oldest. Maybe your mom's got a boyfriend, and he's 20 years older than her, and he sleep all the time. Maybe he's the oldest. He's not going to teach you anything. So you see the youth, they get online and they fall in love with this guy. This character. Now I grant you, Andrew was his own thing. With the accent, the Bugattis, the clothing, the brash, over the top commentary. But like people said, a lot of that was before the fame. A lot of his stuff is motivational if he just tones it down. But this is too late for that now. They're going to go to court. And during this whole time, they're going after the red pill community. They're coming in at the red pill community. They're calling those guys toxic masculinity, incels, a culture of incels. They're coming in, man. So you're gonna probably see another a wave of Well, you know how YouTube is. You know how they are. And you can go look them up. You can go look up some stuff right now. Look, we got a little bit of a video, and we're gonna play it, man. Check it out. Fair use, fair use. Here we go. Right here.
It's a reality that Andrew Tate is struggling to wrap his head around. Once seen as the most controversial man on the internet, who had intercepted the brains of a generation of impressionable kids, his status as the king of the manosphere domain had a lot of people thinking that he was legitimately dangerous.
On your X account, to millions of people, you've said this: stop letting women vote, stop giving women position as judges, stop giving women...
And they're going to use that against him. That's a character. Say something like that, that's a reflection of your character.
Political appointments. As soon as only men run government and law, all the problems disappear. Women now understand that without male protection, they're nothing but victims.
Armed with endless money from his legion of fans and other contentious money-making schemes that placed him firmly on the radar of law enforcement, Tate was treated like the champion of the online world, to the point that other streamers just openly humiliated themselves in front of him.
Will you do something for me or not, Aiden?
Okay, Macau, can you come with me, bro? You're my best friend. We have to go to Chile.
I got you. Are there bad bitches there?
I don't know if there are. I don't know if you'll be able to find them or if they'll talk to you. The point is, Aiden said he'd do something for me.
You know who the fuck I am?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
You're telling me a girl.
And see, I know this streamer right here. You got to understand. See, this, and that's fine. That's fine. He's got a lot of money or whatever, but he's playing. He's not ready to take the mantle of being a man in any woman's life. He's childish. I don't know who he is. I've seen the stuff on Twitter and all of this stuff. This image that he projected, what you don't get is obedience. You don't get obedience. Now, you can get the women. There are plenty of women. You pay them. You pay them. There are plenty of women, man. They'll come on a stream. You could take them to dinner and they know you're filming and they'll ride around in your expensive car. Yeah, plenty. But you'll get no obedience from them because they're pretty much going to do what they want to do. And you'll play I'm going to take these benefits from you and they're going to always wait it. But then you're also assuming that they're not willing to take the chance, just like you take the chance. Yeah, that's not the way to deal with women. Now, Andrew Tate, a lot of stuff he says I agree with, a lot of stuff I don't agree with. This whole persona, I never liked that. I know that's how a lot of these guys, they present themselves. I never thought it was a big deal. I never liked that because those are those types of women. I like those are not quality women. Those are low class women, and you're running around bragging on that. And you see this guy, but see, this is what they get. Guys like this really fall in love with that type of depiction of women. Subservient in the sense, money over everything.
Fucking your bald ass over me.
Is that SpongeBob on your t-shirt?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why am I talking to these children? Okay, you take your inhaler, G.
But a lot has changed ever since the era where he was unanimously referred to as Top G by his devoted audience. And rather than others in the online world fearing him, he's pretty much getting persistently flamed as his empire crumbles.
Is it fair to say that the greatest fraud check of all time happened on Saturday when Andrew Tate lost to Chase Damore?
It's an interesting philosophical question, because if you wrap in the persona part of it, then yes, like that's pretty
This might be the quintessential fraud check. If there was any sort of doubt about him.
Hold on. We got a $20 holla. Hold up for a minute. Let me see this right here. Let me see what she doing. Says, what do you think is going to happen to the red pill community? Do you suspect more red pillars are? I don't know what that has to do with the red pill. Are more red pillars going to be arrested? I don't know why you would say something like that. I mean, once again, Andrew Tate, he'll have his day in court, but whether you like it or not, he wasn't talking about what he got caught doing. He wasn't telling guys to do the things that he was doing. He didn't say, hey, go out here and get accused by women of bad behavior, doing ABC. You know, he didn't say go start a webcam. Now I don't know what he did on his membership. I don't know. But as far as the stuff he was putting out, I never saw him say go start a webcam. And see, anybody who understands that whole thing, webcam, you guys deal with those women. And when I say you got to deal with those women, you have to deal with those women. They better be crazy about you, because it's not going to work the other way. Then you always at risk. When you do something like that, if I decide to have 5 women webcam stream upstairs, I'm always at risk. Always at risk from a legal standpoint. I'm a man, they're women. I'm always at risk. If we have a dispute about money, boom, I'm at risk. I'm at risk. If we have a dispute about anything, if I say, hey, you need to get on the cam. Well, I don't feel like doing it. You need to get on the cam just off of that. She ain't got to, we don't have to take it to the bedroom. She can just say, I hit her. She just walk out my house. Remember, she's in my house. If they can prove she was in my house and she accuses me, then I'm about to deal with that. That's what I mean. So that's to me, that's a rabbit hole I would never go into, start a webcam. They are going to, the social media is going to use this as a excuse or a reason to start coming down hard on a lot of the commentary that's red pill based. They're going to start coming down hard on a lot of these. I wouldn't even say that dating coach is not necessarily red pill. There are YouTubers out here who have content that's real close to that community or is red pill. Yeah, they're gonna come after them. Now, as far as like a legal thing, I don't know on that. But I know they've done this before. They've done it before. But no, they ain't going to arrest you for being red pill, no. That ain't why he's facing those charges. And shout out to Love Smith. Appreciate the $20 holler. Like the stream, man. Like the stream. The red pill community, see, this is what I'm trying to say, and I'm going to stand on this. There's a need for that content. Now, he went too far. Just all of this stuff he was saying on Piers Morgan. What does it have to do with men saying what he was saying about women? That don't really have anything to do with men. There's still a need. There's still a need. And you don't have to be so bombastic about it. Bombastic about all of this money and cars. You can do it from you could be a normal guy. I know a couple of YouTubers right now, they're normal guys. You never even know they were red pill. But there's dynamics. There's dynamics of the red pill that take you down a rabbit hole. And you have to know why you're doing it, why you're even interested in red pill, so that you know exactly what you want out of it. But no, you don't have to go deep diving. And, some of the stuff, you saw the guy. I mean, they're not joking. I don't know if they set it up. I don't know. It could be. I see this guy, he got his streaming numbers up. This guy right here, he got his streaming numbers up. This guy, whoever that is, I've seen him on Twitter. He's got a nice Twitter page. Nice streaming page. And I don't know. They could have set that up. SpongeBob t-shirt and an inhaler. They could have set that up. That sort of seems unreal.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why am I talking to these children? Okay, you take your inhaler, G.
But a lot has changed ever since the era where he was unanimously referred to as Top G by his devoted audience. And rather than others in the online world fearing him, he is pretty much getting persistently flamed as his empire crumbles.
Is it fair to say that the greatest fraud check of all time happened on Saturday when Andrew Tate lost to Chase Damore?
It's an interesting philosophical question, because if you wrap in the persona part of it, then yes, like that's pretty.
Guy says, I have 3 daughters, but I only speak to 2 of them. The other one married a black. That's a grown woman, though. That's ridiculous. Even if you don't like black people, that's still your daughter. And that's her body to share with whoever she wants to. You can stand firm on what you believe. I mean, you don't have to be public with it, and you don't have to be rude, but they're still your kid, and you should never abandon your kid, period. And what do you prove when you get through doing that? You're not hurting black people at all. Because you are exactly the type of person most black people don't want to be around. Some dude that somehow he gonna disown his daughter because she's sleeping with a black man. Bro, that woman can sleep. That woman, that's a grown woman. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. That woman can sleep with who she wants. That's the dumb. How you gonna tell somebody who to sleep with? You a grown man. That's a grown woman. That's still your daughter, though. Bro, you really see. This is what I'm saying. These people have a lot of problems, man. They come over here. These people have a lot of problems, man. You got this man disowned his daughter because she's sleeping with a black man. That's in 2026. And he thinks he did something. He didn't make a point. You didn't make a point, man. Hopefully that guy's family is a good, decent family, hopefully. And, you can do what you want to do. You want to see your daughter, that's up to you. You don't want to see your grandkids, that's up to you. As a 40-year-old man, you don't want to see your grandkids, that's up to you. That's something. But when you're going to reflect that's the dumbest. And even if you are like that, what I'm saying, even if you are a racist, what is your daughter sleeping with a black man got to do with anything? And what is your grandkid being mixed race have to do with you? What is that, an endorsement? You say, hey, man, my daughter, man, I don't really, they ain't my thing, but she married somebody that's not white. And I got 2 kids, man, that's mixed. But, they all right. They good kids. What is that, a betrayal or something? What it got to do with you? But do your thing, though, man, and go vote for Trump. Let's get back to Tate, though.
This might be the quintessential fraud check. If there was any sort of doubt about him winning, he should have never taken this fight. And now he's going online and he's doing the babyface thing of like, you have to live, and I'd rather try and fail. No, that's not who you are. Your persona has nothing to do with failure.
And now, the man who previously suggested that he had it all figured out is conceding that maybe his life isn't as fulfilling as he once thought.
I think that the things you own you.
Okay.
And perhaps you could have a whole bunch of money. If you want to live a very simple life, then you have more freedom. That's true.
Yeah.
But if you're stupid like me and you have a whole bunch of money and 102 cars and 33 houses and 4 baby mamas and a jet and a yacht, and you start getting all this shit, you turn out that you don't own it, it owns you, because every day you're getting problems dealing with these things.
It's your boy Luesta, live from Lu Extras, and this is the decline of Andrew Tate. From the once indestructible image cracking, to the fights that stopped backing his tough talk, and the empire that once had everyone watching slowly turning against him. At the moment, it seems like Tate is hemorrhaging aura every time he opens his mouth. But when it comes to this historically bad run he's on, it's hard to point to a clear example of where things started to go wrong than his trip inside the boxing ring. After initially retiring from kickboxing in 2016 following an eye injury, Andrew's brief return to the ring as a professional fighter in 2020 amounted to just 4 fights. And
another thing, kids are kids, man. Yeah, you raise them, but once they become adults, they're adults. Simple as that. They're adults. Children are children, and they become adults. And really, one of the worst things you can do is try to get your kid not to do something. That just rebellious. That's the nature of man. Now you're getting into, and when a lot of these guys try to police their daughters and say, "Well, I hope you don't, I hope you don't date and then they go date that guy. A lot of times they can be upset, just like you saw the girl ratting out her mom when she walked the guy outside and executed him. They could be mad at you, man, just because you got kids. That don't mean that they felt you was a good parent. And if they know that'll piss you off, they probably will do it. Here we go, fair use.
Romania. After that, he stepped away from competing until it was announced in late 2025 that he would re-enter the ring to compete for the Misfits Boxing Heavyweight Champion. The end result would be a defeat to Chase Damore via a majority decision in a 6-round Misfits Boxing contest in Dubai. A matchup where Tate's body seemed to quit on him after the second time off the stool and led to a pretty embarrassing showing. Throughout his time as a public figure, Tate has made a whole lot out of his fighting prowess. Even in the run-up to this bout, he made it seem as if Chase would be easy for someone as evolved as him to dispatch, and that this would be a triumphant return.
He's got a big mouth, he likes to show off, likes to get clicks. It's exactly what I thought he'd be. He's just a product of the new generation. Like I said, I don't think he thinks properly before he talks. I think he will regret saying that. Well, I know he'll regret it. I'll make him regret it, but I think even himself, he'll regret saying that. I just don't think he was thinking it through. I've definitely missed the whole the vibe of the gym, the camaraderie you have with the other people you're training with. I missed the brotherhood, but I knew exactly what I was getting in for. I knew exactly what I was going to be preparing for. I knew exactly what we were going to have to do. I knew how hard it was going to be. I was very excited by it, and we're coming to the end of that now. The training's been done. It's time to fight. So
instead of making Chase eat his words in the way he guaranteed, Tate wound eating the canvas. And from the moment it was revealed that he lost, the masses celebrated. Andrew Tate has spent years mocking and demeaning men who are compassionate, have empathy, and treat women with respect, only to be knocked out by a guy wearing pink gloves. After all the tough talk, Andrew acted a bit more humble after losing. But even then, he kept saying that he wasn't making excuses, while clearly making excuses.
Yeah, obviously I didn't get the result I wanted, but truthfully the result I wanted was to see if I could still do it. 40 years old, 10 years retired, a little bit of time in a Romanian dungeon. It was always going to be a big ask against someone so much bigger than me, younger than me, more active than me, but I wanted a real challenge. I didn't want to fight a tin can. I didn't want to fight someone older than me or smaller than me. I felt like I won the first 2 rounds, but then because he's 20 kilo heavier, he started leaning on me and sapped some energy. But I didn't quit. Never give up, never retreat, never surrender, fight to the end, go out on your shield. So I have no excuses. Training camp went fantastic. Time is the fire in which we all burn. Unfortunately, a 40-year-old's not a 22-year-old. I gave it my absolute all, and I have nothing but respect for Chase. I have no excuses. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. I'm not going to make up any reasons. He was the man who won. He deserves this victory.
Despite the L that he had taken, his brother Tristan tried to cushion the blow.
Andrew's not the same man he was 10 years ago. He's a lot older than he was. I think it showed in the ring. I respect him a lot for getting in there and trying, and I love him, and I support anything he wants to do in the future.
But Andrew just wouldn't drop it, and his own attempts to cope didn't make it any better.
Me coming into this podcast studio was nerve-wracking. Me getting out of the car and making it into a building with nothing bad happening to me, I feel adrenaline. I lost my fight because I had so much adrenaline. I had like an adrenaline dump after the second round. I said to my coach, I feel weird. I have like some adrenaline dump. I don't know. I wanted to fight too much. It was the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah, and this was the fight he had. Oh, we're going to go up because slowly he's been declining, period, He broke up with this guy. I mean, like they're not friends no more. He put out a video on Tate. It was pretty bad.
And the Filipinos were beating the shit. It was like a fucking fist fight between the Smurfs.
Pacquiao came out.
I was like, Smurfs, enough. This is a house of love. True or false?
True.
True story. The Smurfs had a fucking fist fight.
And you got 5.
So, Let me go beyond this all up.
Looks. It's apparent that he is not feeling too good about it. All that money and fame, and he sounds absolutely miserable. It sounds like a horrific existence.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. He was never a top G. It's only so long that the fake thugs can pretend. Feel sorry for the fools who even believed in this guy. He will circle back on everything he has ever said.
The fake thugs, all of that stuff, man, when you have money like that, just imagine you already got the Maybach. You got the mansion, you got the millions, you still walk around, trying to figure out why you're not happy, why you're not satisfied. And this is how you get into stuff like what he's doing. You're not supposed to let society draw you out into stuff like this. This guy, he left Romania, came to America. First time he came, he was real disrespectful to the governor. And then he came back and the state got him. The state got him. How you doing? Shout out to the chat. The state got him. But a person like that, okay, you got the money. What are you going to do with it? You got the money. Now what you going to do with the money? Right? You got the money. You got the fame. You got all of that. Now what are you going to do with it? You're going to get back in the ring. What you get in the ring for? Why would anybody get in the ring? So, and now he's being flown to Britain. And a lot of the YouTubers, a lot of the influencers who supported him have turned on him. They've turned on him. And they're influential. And I don't see Trump intervening. I don't see Trump I don't see Trump involving himself in this. And they got 59 counts now, 59. And I'm saying it's going to go up because it's going to go up. More people are going to join it. More people are going to come out of the darkness and talk about it, And they say they're looking at 35 years. And all that commentary about Britain and all the stuff he said, that's not going to help him in that courtroom.
Being a man and the truth about being a woman, and the world was so cucked and we were so heavily censored that it was the outrage. I can tell the truth about COVID and it was the outrage. But now so much of the truth is actually out there that telling the truth isn't outrageous anymore. So now you got to find a new outrage. Yeah. So we go for racism and edgelording and all these crazy things to try and make people go, wow, he said that. But back in my day, I sound like an old man now, 3-4 years ago when I was really big, the things that made national news 4 years ago when I said women couldn't drive, nobody would give a single out if you said that. Yeah. The Overton window shifted.
This kind of concession is a huge shift for Tate, because at this point, he seems to be acknowledging that the stick isn't really hitting like it used to. He is reduced to just chasing clicks like everyone else, and by the looks of how dejected he looks, it's apparent that he is not feeling too good about it.
What did he say? He said, why do y'all act like Fresh and Fit can Andrew Tate out the only people in the red pill space? Are Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit are the only people in the red pill space? Well, they're the most popular ones. And the commentary, you see them with the girls. And then you saw the fresh guy, and now you see this guy. And let me tell you this, I don't know if that's true or not, but guys who get women, they don't have stuff like that on. You're not going to find a man who has a healthy supply of women in and out of his life, not going to get caught with that type of stuff. He doesn't have time for stuff like that. I don't know, man. But in a way, this is sort of good because now he can get behind this. He can put this. Go ahead, go to trial, find out how it goes, and then put it behind you, man. Put it behind you because you say you got kids. Get out and whatever, and go see your kids. He said there are other people. Have you ever noticed Aaron Clarity? Yep. Haven't seen his stuff in over a year. Man, 2 years. 2 years. I've seen he used to show up on my my YouTube page all the time. Rich Cooper, very familiar with him. Great dating coach. Coach Greg Adams. Yep. All those guys are good. I'm not sure they're as red pill as you say they are. I think they do some aspects of it Yeah, I don't know if they're red pill at all. I'm serious. Not like maybe the Aaron guy. Maybe Aaron. Maybe Aaron Clary. He is, but he may be, but those other two, I don't think they're red pill. And see, this is what's going to happen. What Andrew Tate got arrested for is not red pill. I'm gonna say this again. What he got arrested for, the behavior, the items, the accusations that are on him now, none of that is red pill. Red pill isn't about any of that stuff. But people are going to attach that to red pill so that they can try to slander people who are red pill. And they're going to accuse people who are red pill. Just like we had the young lady say, she expects more arrest, as if they know Tate. And with the media, the scrutiny of the media, what's up with you, Sheila? With the scrutiny of the media, can they withstand that? YouTube swept a lot of the MGTOW content back in the day. Yep. And you're going to see, I know they're going to do the same thing. They're going to do the same thing with this Tate thing. Because if you go and listen to the national news, not necessarily the YouTube, go listen to the way the national news describes manosphere, red pill content. Go and look at how the national news describes it. They're not making a distinction. They're not saying he was arrested with these things that has nothing to do with his philosophy. They're saying that that's a part of his philosophy. And because it's a niche, I don't know. And it's certainly going to slow down. It certainly don't slow down. And this is what's going to happen until the communities, right? You had a Kevin Samuels in the Black Manosphere, and he rose to dominance. And to a certain degree, he became the face of the Black Manosphere, to a certain degree. Until red pill, all of these philosophies, movements, until they can get a face, they have to have a central figure. People are just going to be drug into them. They're going to say that Andrew Tate is the face of that stuff. They're just going to say it because they don't know. They don't know. And he's been falling down for a while.
All that money and fame, and he sounds absolutely miserable. It sounds like a horrific existence. I'm happy for him. He was never a top G. It's only so long that the fake thugs can pretend. Feel sorry for the fools who even believed in this guy. He will circle back on everything he has ever said. Faced with the idea that his star power is dwindling, Tate will still try to prove that he is capable of shocking the average consumer. During his recent appearance on the Fresh and Fit podcast, he continued to suggest that women essentially have nothing else to give but be a mother.
If I'm good at ballet, I'm going to go and do ballet, and I'm going to take the money, and then if I need clothes, I'm going to buy the clothes. I'm not going to make my own clothes. I'm not going to wire up my own house. I'm not going to build my own lodgings. I'm not going to cut my own grass. I'm going to do the one thing I'm good at and take the money and exchange it for the things I'm not as good at. Right. Because if you decide to make your own clothes and build your own house, you're going to actually be poor. So you win by optimizing your life, and you optimize your life by focusing on the one thing you are best at and taking that and exchanging it for all the things you are not good at. So I would say, and the reason I made that is so you understand this point, optimally, the best thing a woman can do, what she is best at, is the only thing that men can't do, which is have children. Mm-hmm. That is the best way for you to win, because men can do basically everything else. can do things. Completely right. I agree with you. Bro, I know I have a whole bunch of smart work for me. I have lawyers. I go to judges. I can do a lot of stuff. But what I'm saying is her optimal, what we're best at, and the reason they're best at it is because no one else can do it, is having children.
Obviously, that's pretty standard for Tate, but what stood out this time is that he was even including his own child.
I pray my daughter at the age of 18 meets an older guy, 45, 46, gives her a house, gives her a Bentley, gets her pregnant, and gives me grandchildren. And if she comes to me and goes, Dad, what? My husband cheated on me. I'm gonna say, are you in the big mansion? Are you driving a Bentley? Okay, shut the up.
Yeah. And that's where you get into the issues with red pill. That's where you just simply get into issues where there's disagreements, because that's up to that person. That's up to any individual. Do they want to stay or do they want to go? It could be your wife cheating on you. Do you want to try to work it out? Do you want to stay? Some people, it does mean something, and some people have walked away from a mansion. They walked away from that and went back to living a regular life. And see, this is where they get into where that's just talk. See, that's just blather. That's mindless blather. I'm going to tell my daughter, more than likely, his daughter's not going to deal with that 45-year-old man. Like, more than likely, she's not. That's A. B. This subservient role, they have to be taught to be like that. To do that, they have to be taught to be subservient and let the man rule them as they become women. And this society doesn't teach that. You got The View, you got all Cosmopolitan, you got all of these movies, you got these magazines, you got interviews, you got music, all this music. Where are they going to be taught to be like that? So you can get that type of behavior overseas. It depends where overseas. You can get that over there because that's the way they were taught. That's their culture. What even in the Islamic countries, you can have multiple wives. That's just what they do. It is not, if I look at it, it's going to be different to me. But to them, that's not a problem at all. That's what he wants. Right? So I wouldn't advise any woman to let a man smash other women just because he pays some bills. I mean, that's something see, this is what they do. They take game and they infuse it with this red pill stuff. Look, man, it's a lot of dudes got multiple women, and they cool with that. You don't all that yelling and Bentley. They ain't got to do that. There's a lot of dudes got 2-3 women. A lot of dudes married got 2 girlfriends, and the wife know him. The wife don't mess with him, but she know where he's at. He don't have to do that. See, they've painted a picture of the rich playboy, right? That's some Batman shit. That ain't in the these rich guys. 99% of rich men are not even close to being playboys. They're not even close. Even Elon got a lot of women. He got a lot of babies. He ain't no playboy. He's no playboy. He ain't no playboy. Yeah, Elon is what you get when you use your money to get women. That you get Elon. That is no playboy. But see, he's saying that like the rich guy is a playboy, and the rich guy is not a playboy. And he should tell his daughter, don't even accept a man that looks at you that has no value for you, sees no value in you. That's what he should tell his daughter. And that's up to her to stay. And there's plenty of women who stay, man. That's on them. That's their relationship. They have an open relationship. open on my end, closed on you. I said, I don't even understand that. But the woman can't sleep with who she wants, but I don't even understand a relationship like that. But then again, I'm looking at it from a different direction, man. But that is exactly the type of relationship. If you have a car wreck, that woman pulls up a U-Haul and takes everything she can get, and they make a couple of phone calls, and they call his family, and they say he's in the ICU. We got the call. We called his house. Nobody picked up. There's a woman's name here. Nobody picked up. Yes, exactly. So those are not even relationships. When you talk about that, that's not even a relationship. If you with a woman and you telling her you sleeping with other women and she better take it, those are not even relationships. As soon as the first sign of trouble happen, that woman gonna be gone. That woman is gonna leave you, especially if it's something like that. Because she's saying, I'm only here. He's just using me, so I'm just use him. So anything that goes beyond that, can you sit by his bedside while he recovers? Can you give him comfort and console him? He's going through something bad. He needs somebody by his bedside. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that, man. They're not. If they're only there for money, if the only reason they're there because you buying them stuff, and then you turn around and money whipping them, tell them they better not do this. You're gonna take the money. You money whipping them. They're not gonna do nothing on the other side. Man, I don't give a damn what woman, where, when, and how. It just don't work that way. And a lot of these thug rappers, a lot of these rappers find out the hard way. A lot of these thugs find it. He's finna find it out when that money starts to dry up. All that woman stuff, all of that attention from women dries up. Because that court, he's gonna be in court for what, a year? What's up with you, Mika? He's gonna be in court for a year. That's gonna eat through his money, man. Man, lawyer fees, man, that's gonna eat through it. Next thing you know, he's gonna be trying to do something with them cars. Plus, we don't even know if he's leasing those cars. Yeah, those cars, you got to make a payment. And as I understand it, somebody told me they're gonna shut down that top G. They're gonna shut that down. And they start seizing money and all of that, man. And then you go in front of all of the taxes and all, they're gonna start seizing funds and back taxes and this tax and all of that. Yeah, I said that. Some men can have multiple wives righteously. I just said that. I said over in the Middle East, in those Islamic countries, it's common to have multiple wives. I just said it. But he's not talking about a wife. Let me tell you something, man, because see, they keep doing this. If you got a little sugar baby, you giving her money, right? Say you buying her really nice. You're not buying her a Prius, you buying her a Bentley, right? You buying her nice stuff. If you got a sugar baby and you let her live in a mansion, she got a $300,000 car. If you do what he's talking about, money whipper, you're a fool. Because all she's got to do is make sure that stuff's in her name. And you got, okay, you buy a Bentley in her name. You money whipper. I don't want you messing with other guys. I'm tired of this. I don't want you to mess with other guys. When we went out, I was over at the party. I didn't see you for an hour. You're getting out your phone number to other guys. If she don't like it, man, she just take her car. She got $300,000, and go call a guy she wants to date. Because she says she don't want to date you. And most of those women who get those offers get them from multiple men. When you look at the NBA, those NBA players, you tell me one of those guys whose woman, whoever she is, doesn't have motion with the rest of the players. If one of them dropped her, One of the other players will pick her right up, right up. So they don't, that's just talk. What he's saying, that's blather. Don't work that way. Don't work that way. This is bluster on Fresh and Fit around regular schmegular women. They probably struggle having a man buy them a Wendy's lunch. They don't look like they got no men giving them no money, man. And that's the way our world is. See, they just ain't nothing wrong with it. It's regular people. But this type of stuff, they dream about that. A man buying me a Bentley.
Optimally, the best thing a woman can do, what she is best at, is the only thing that men can't do, which is have children. Mm-hmm. That is the best way for you to win. Because men can do basically everything else. Can do things. Completely right. I agree with you. Bro, I know I have a whole bunch of smart work for me. I have lawyers. I go to judges. I can do a lot of stuff. But what I'm saying is, her optimal, what we're best at, and the reason they're best at it is because no one else can do it, is having children.
Obviously, that's pretty standard for Tate. But what stood out this time is that he was even including his own child.
I pray. My dog.
Look, man, listen. You can have multiple women. You do not have to be married with them. But you need to be the type of guy who's got that right now. All of this money stuff, okay, now you make money. When you was 20, 25, you had a regular job. You made an average salary. But you had a lot of motion with the women. You had a lot of play with the women. So it was nothing for you to have 2, 3 girlfriends. It was by the time you trying to get rid of one, you pick up 2. Now, something happens 20 years later, you're rich. You're worth millions and millions. See, those are the men who, if they want to continue to live like that, they're still going to get women. They ain't got nothing to do with the money. Women going to come anyhow. They've always had women. Well, when you just get money and you try to do, see what I'm saying? You start trying to do it, you're going to get played, man. And the type of women you're dealing with, they used to dealing with men with money. You not used to dealing with women like them. You finally got you some money now. So it's not you start dealing with some sugar baby or some woman who wants you to take care of her, a kept woman. Were you ready for that? Because you're probably not, and she's going to know you're not. And if you say you can't handle one, how you going to handle 2? And that's what I'm saying. These guys sit up there and they just say that stuff, and they're sitting there, they up in the strip club. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit there on that panel and talk about women like they got so many bad women in their lives, and then they'll go do a yacht fucking party. Those ain't no bad chicks on that yacht. Those are not the tip of the spear. Let me tell you something. The type of money this man got and the type of clout that he got. MAGA, big time influencer. I have no idea why he want to date women like that. He doesn't have to. He doesn't want to apply himself. Yeah, that don't even make sense. Hey, I'll be in Florida. Why don't we do something? He could call up the congressman of that district and see, he's a Republican, see if I think I can arrange something. I think I can arrange. That's why he should be dating women from that position, not chicks that bottle girls, bar flies. He shouldn't. That's what I'm saying. This is, when you think about it, it's crazy. He shouldn't even be dating a woman he got a money whip. He shouldn't be dating. He should be dating a professional woman, not because he want her money, but he want a professional woman. She can quit her job, but she was making money when they met. And she can quit her job and become just his wife. That's what I'm talking about. All of this strip club, see, that's a lot of these dudes, they really telling themselves, because everything is a pivot to strip clubs. Oh man, get your money up. Okay. Or you want me to save my money and then what? Man, tear down the strip club. See, that is not game. A real player will never go in a strip club. A real player will date a woman that working there, but he'll never go in there. He'll never, because that ain't his thing. But he'll date one. It's going to be mostly her paying. And it's going to be mostly her trying to win his favor. But nah, he ain't going to be. That's what I'm saying. You got to know the difference, man. You got to know the difference. When you go up in a strip club and you see them dudes in there, them dudes is losers and lames. Because ain't no real man going to be in no strip club giving random strange women their money. Trying to convince them, if I give you some more money, can we go on a date? They're not going to do that. He said, just make me mad. I just drowned in smoke, pop. Okay, man, I don't know what that is, bro. Okay, let me get this guy out of here. Goodbye. I don't know what these weirdos come in this chat saying. Nah, it don't work like that. I'm telling you, look, I'm just going to tell you, it don't work like that. If you're Andrew Tate, he says he's got kids and women, live your life. And actually, when you become a father like that, you really got to drop the immaturity and the childishness. You just have to drop it, man. You might like it. You may have loved it, but now it's another stage of your life. You're a father now. You can't just walk around with your nose wide open chasing women. You have to go to the next stage of life. And when you don't do that, you wind up like him. And they're going through hell now. They just had a jailhouse chili. They got up to some stale jailhouse Cheerios that were probably in the back of that prison 15 years ago. They probably finally popped open a box. Yeah, man, food be old and stale. And he said, what you say? These guys say they like hanging out with guys. So actually, he low-key got what he really wanted. A place that's full of dudes.
Daughter at the age of 18 meets an older guy, 45, 46, gives her a house, gives her a Bentley, gets her pregnant, and gives me grandchildren. And if she comes to me and goes, Dad, what? My husband cheated on me. I'm going to say, are you in the big mansion? Are you driving a Bentley? Okay, shut the up. Shut the up. He's taking care of you. If he stops paying your bills, if he stops protecting you.
And see, what they do is they try to paint a picture where the trick is at the tip of the dating game. That's what they try to switch it, because dudes who spend money are losers. Look, I didn't say be broke. I didn't say don't spend money. I said dudes who have to lead with their wallet, they're losers. They're losers, and they know they're losers. But him and these guys try to reinvent that wheel and try to put money at the tip of the spear. I just saw some Kendra G, a couple of episodes of that. Those are the type of women that need somebody to take care of them. Those are the type of women that these guys who got money, go and look at with four kids, 2 failed marriages. Now they're back on the market, and you can take care of them. You're not gonna get these sugar babies, these young, beautiful, top-notch women. They want to be pampered when you have money. They don't want to be taken care of. They don't want you to Uber them something to eat. They want to have finer things. I'm saying, if you're coming at them like that.
then come to me. But if you are completely protected and provided for, keep giving me grandchildren, because that's the best thing you can do with your life. I'm rich, your man's rich, you don't need to make money, that's a waste of time, you don't need a Birkin, you don't need a TikTok account, you don't need an Instagram account, don't sell for pennies, stop being an and give me grandkids. That's what I truly hope for my own daughters.
So basically, if, for some reason, his daughters are unable or unwilling to have children, they have no worth in his eye. Cool. What a dad. But when you watch his videos now, it feels like his heart isn't really in it anymore. And lately, even when he tries to defend himself, he comes off like a defeated man.
If anybody at this point believes I am what they said I am, then they're just an idiot. And I'm glad that they believe it, so I know I don't have to talk to them.
Due to everything he said and done, Andrew Tate enduring an extended period of negative press and struggling to get back on the horse is not resulting in much sympathy for him. If anything, people are actually savoring this wake-up call. I'ma be real, this dude couldn't cut it in the real world for a second. Project manager, logistics manager, warehouse worker, any kind of real work. This dude couldn't cut it for 2 seconds in the jobs we do. His life got tough when he lost to a boxer who punches like a washing machine. On top of the general public basking in his downfall, there was recent political pressure from the UK to see him and his brother brought back to their home country to be tried in court. After he was seen in Hong Kong, conservative Shadow Home Secretary Chris Phillip argued that the Tate brothers face serious criminal allegations in the UK. It is important justice is done. The government should urgently send an extradition request to Hong Kong so that the Tates could be brought back to the UK to face justice. The Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, should do this urgently. Lib Dem Home Affairs spokesman Max Wilkinson was even harsher, calling Andrew Tate a despicable and cowardly thug, accused of some of the worst crimes possible. The government can't sit back and allow this dangerous man to hide away from justice on the other side of the world. They must urgently demand the extradition of both Andrew Tate and his brother. To avert this, the Tate's legal team clapped back and said that any changes they face over there have to be deferred until the conclusion of the ongoing Romanian proceedings. The position was accepted by UK authorities and remains the operative legal reality. There is therefore no failure to execute the warrant, nor any legal vacuum requiring political intervention.
And like I said, they do this. This is a brainwash. The guys look at this fresh and fit. This is a brainwash. They say stuff like, as long as he's providing and protected, she should stay there, right? That's not how women think. And we know they don't think like that. But it's like these guys the guys who got game, they don't have problems like this. They don't have problems with women doing that. And if the guys with game have multiple women, and the women they have, the main women don't go nowhere. They don't see those are guys at the tip of the spear. The game guys at the tip of the spear. This tricking, this spend money guy, this lead with your wallet guy, that guy, only on YouTube, only on what Fresh and Fit, only with Andrew Tate, only on their channel, on their, in that red, way they interpret red pill, are those men at the top get you some money, and then you can get you some women. It's just like the passport, bro. They're going over there to get women. If all you needed was money, why don't you stay in America? If that's what all it was about, right? We know it's more to it than that. Just because you got money don't mean you can't get played, used. Dog, I don't care about your mansion. That woman don't want to be with you. She ain't going to be with you, man. I don't care about your mansion, none of that. And they don't look at it. He's not a woman. They don't look at it the way he looks at it. But that was a direct bar where he's trying to reinvent this wheel.
Average consumer. During his recent appearance on the Fresh and Fit podcast, he continued to suggest that women essentially have nothing else.
Things completely right. I agree with you. Bro, I know I have a whole bunch of smart work for me. I have lawyers. I go to gives her a house, gives her a Bentley, gets her pregnant, and gives me grandchildren. And if she comes to me and goes, Dad, what? My husband cheated on me. I'm gonna say, are you in the big mansion? Are you driving a Bentley? Okay, shut the up. Shut the up. He's taking care of you.
See, they play that so they can try to, those women in there, right? They put a bunch of women in there, and then they try to act like there's some alpha male max players. They're not. They're not. They're simps. And that's what I'm saying. He's sniggling because the only way he's going to get a woman is with his money. And that's going to be trouble right there. And that's what I'm saying. And it comes off like Top G's really talking about game. This is not game. I don't know why he wants to say this, but this ain't no game.
And if she comes to me and goes, Dad, what? My husband cheated on me. I'm going to say, are you in the big mansion? Are you driving a Bentley? Okay, shut the f*** up. Shut the f*** up. He's taking care of you.
Look at that. Bruh, these dudes. And it's like they never learn, bro. It's like they never learn, man. You're not going to get these women with some money, man. And maybe, you know what? If that was if I'm looking at the world saying I'm going to get them with money, I need to book me a flight and go overseas. They date broke men every day. Just saw a woman at the airport, fine as hell. She had a debit card. She needed a credit card. Her dude, he didn't have no ID. He had no ID. He had no debit, no credit. I don't even think he had his wallet with him. And she, when she couldn't get what she was trying to get, she summoned to him, said, okay, let's go. Now, it's possibly that was her son. It's I don't know. It's possible.
If he stops paying your bills, if he stops protecting you, then come to me. But if you are completely protected and provided for, keep giving me grandchildren, because that is the best thing you can do with your life. I'm rich, your man's rich, you don't need to make money, that's a waste of time, you don't need a Birkin, you don't need a TikTok account, you don't need an Instagram account, don't sell for pennies, stop being an and give me grandkids. That's what I truly hope for my own daughters.
So basically, if, for some reason, his daughters are unable or unwilling to have children, they have no worth in his eye. Cool. What a dad. But when you watch his videos now, it feels like his heart isn't really in it anymore. And lately, even when he tries to defend himself, he comes off like a defeated man.
If anybody at this point believes I am what they said I am, then they're just an idiot. Okay. And I'm glad that they believe it, so I know I don't have to talk to them.
Due to everything he's said and done, Andrew Tate enduring an extended period of negative press and struggling to get back on the horse is not resulting in much sympathy for him. If anything, people are actually savoring this wake-up call. I'ma be real, this dude couldn't cut it in the real world for a second. Project manager, logistics manager, warehouse worker, any kind of real work. This dude couldn't cut it for 2 seconds in the jobs we do. His life got tough when he lost to a boxer who punches like a washing machine. On top of the general public basking in his downfall, there was recent political pressure from the UK to see him and his brother brought back to their home country to be tried in court. After he was seen in Hong Kong, conservative Shadow Home Secretary Chris Phillip argued that the Tate brothers face serious criminal allegations in the UK. It is important justice is done. The government should urgently send an extradition request to Hong Kong so that the Tates could be brought back to the UK to face justice. The Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, should do this urgently. Lib Dem Home Affairs spokesman Max Wilkinson was even harsher, calling Andrew Tate a despicable and cowardly thug, accused of some of the worst crimes possible. The government can't sit back and allow this dangerous man to hide away from justice on the other side of the world. They must urgently demand the extradition of both Andrew Tate and his brother. To avert this, the Tate's legal team clapped back and said that any changes they face over there have to be deferred until the conclusion of the ongoing Romanian proceedings. The position was accepted by UK authorities and remains the operative legal reality. There is therefore no failure to execute the warrant, nor any legal vacuum requiring political intervention. Then, in late March 2026, Hertfordshire Constabulary said it would reopen the investigation into rape and sexual assault allegations against Tate from 2014 to 2015. After making the announcement, the police force told the BBC that it was committed to doing what was right and ensuring that the allegations of such serious nature are properly, thoroughly, and fully investigated, no matter how long ago they occurred.
And the media, they're going to come down on this red pill stuff. All of this red pill, all of this manosphere, all of this alpha male. I'm saying if the content you're making is over, like the stuff he's saying, close to stuff he's saying, they're going to come down. But just general, well, I don't even know why you would talk about the red pill now, but even in general, there's going to be because of Tate. And a lot of them don't know what it is, but they're going to use Tate as an example. And it's sad, man, because the reason he exists, there is a reason people listen to him. And they're ignoring the causes of the reason people are listening to him. You know, guys are struggling with their masculinity. They've moved the bar for masculinity. They keep moving it further and further and further. You know, guys want to go back to the days when you could just be a boy. Your sisters played, they were jumping rope. You were a boy, you did boy things. And you came up as a boy. And then you evolved into a man. Society has changed all of that. They want you to jump rope. They want you to sit down and play jacks. They want you to do this stuff. And that's why Andrew Tate struck a nerve. He struck a nerve, and unfortunately this happened to him, but this is not what he's been accused of. That's not red pill. You said, I guess you don't watch the Hodge twins video where he said what was going to happen. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. You know, we'll see what becomes of this. But also, a guy like that, a high visible capture, that's good for them because they want to send a message they're not playing. And they're not playing. They're not playing. And you got all of these different platforms. You got the Patreon. You got your own website. You know, certain things. You know, you don't go on a Piers Morgan and say something like that. But if you want to poke the bear, man, don't get mad when the bear gets upset. And this is going to be a serious blow to the red pill. Now, they're going to be somebody else. Somebody else is going to pick up the torch, and they always do it. And they're going to rise to the top. I think it was Just Pearly Things for a minute. You got Top G. And I don't know right now who the other guys are. But there's a need and there's a void created now. And who's going to fill that void? Because you do have to understand there are men out there who need, now I'm going to say this again. Red pill content has nothing to do with what he has been charged with, accused of doing. It ain't got nothing to do with the red pill. There are people out there who do want red pill content. And for me, I'm a black guy. You know, I know about red pill content, you know, but it's not really my thing. I get where they're trying to go. It's not really my thing. But yeah, if you're a dude, man, you 45 years old, you got some money, go out there and just buy you a woman. And when you do that, to me, that's, you don't have no type of emotional You and that woman don't share no emotional ties. And see, that's why I don't like that. Because that's a major part for me of the relationship. The way I feel about her and the way she feels about me, that matters to me. When you say you don't care, I'm gonna buy you a car. See, I don't. That's not me. That's just I'm not. That's not my thing. So I mean, if that's what he wants, though. And when you guys do that, they stay single a lot in a long time. And when you have kids with someone you really don't like, it's just going to create problems for the kid. And that's how you get just absolutely taken to court and just every nickel they demand. Because you guys don't have no type of emotional tie. She has no reason to take it easy. That's what I'm saying. These are just bad things. Yeah, look at the Diddy thing. Look at the P. Diddy thing. He was with that woman, 14 years? When that woman got with that personal trainer, what did she do? She fell in love with him. She's had him 3 kids. And she went after Diddy, and she ain't pulled no punches. She even went to court to testify against Diddy. When you get in these relationships and they're money oriented like that, what they're trying to suggest you should do, that's what you get. And that's what I'm saying. Why would you want that? I wouldn't want no shit like that, man. Talk about sleeping with the enemy. Nah, man, I wouldn't want that. Ain't nothing. I don't like that. And it also plays into the whole Batman fantasy. You know, you got young guys, you got incels, and they see a Batman, and they see, you know, Bruce Wayne, millionaire Bruce Wayne, and he's a vigilante, tough guy, something that most of them are not. He's a millionaire playboy. Most of them are not. And to a certain degree, when they see an Andrew Tate type, they look at that and think, okay, I identify with this guy, or I hope I can do that too. But you don't have to be a millionaire to have women. You just don't have to be a million. Look, man, women are women. You don't have to be no damn millionaire. Listen, man, let me tell you, man, women date regular broke dudes all the time. I just saw it. Fine women. But see, that's what I'm saying. They get out and they get into these red pill faces and they tie things up with the when you try to get you to believe that this guy is the only way to be. And a smart thing to do is to shut your mouth, right? Shut your mouth, man. Stay off the internet and live your life. He didn't want to do that. And see, bare knuckle fight. He was supposed to host the fight. That's not something. If I'm rich, I don't want to watch no stuff like that, man. See, that's where you get into the class. That's where you get into class. You got to have class, and that's low class. A brawl, a bare knuckle brawl that you get arrested, before it happens. And they got what they wanted. They wanted their perp walk. They perp walked him. And he'll have his day in court, man. He'll have his day in court. A lot of people like him. A lot of people like him. Liking Andrew Tate has really nothing to do with his charges. Those have nothing to do. That's like a guy who's a doctor and he gets the same charges. He's no longer a doctor. Guy, a heart surgeon, and you found out everything that Andrew, he does it. Was he no longer a heart surgeon? He'll have his day in court, though. He said, ain't no way y'all actually like Tate, right? I don't know where you getting that from. Yeah, I don't get that. Where you getting that from? Where you getting that from, huh? I don't know where you getting that from, man. I hope he has his day in court. 59 counts. I hope he has his day in court. That's what I hope. If you think he's innocent, go ahead, man. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Say he's innocent. Okay, what's stopping you? Why is it so important for me to say he's innocent? I don't know if he's innocent or not. I hope he has his day in court. Like the stream, bruh. Fair use,
In the past, Andrew Tate seemed like a man who could somehow persevere through whatever was thrown his way and escape any ill effects stemming from his behavior and the impact that he has on the world. But now, he's gone from someone people either loved or hated to a full-on outcast. So toxic that even being around him can get others canceled.
Guy Fieri now regretting those handshakes with brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate, as he issues a statement claiming he doesn't know or support them.
Yeah, and it does raise up the whole society, you know. If he's making comments like that, you can't support him, period. You know, when you say that about women. But I don't have a problem with these guys shaking hands or I don't have a problem with that, man. See, we keep doing that. If he gets caught with criminal stuff, that don't mean this guy's for that. You know, we love to do that, man. This society's like that. And a lot of times people don't even know what they're talking about. They'll accuse you of inappropriate behavior and they have no proof. They'll go by word of mouth. That's called lying. That would be called lying. But that's fine. That's fine. Who's going to step up? Who's going to step up? I mean, like, who's going to be the person that steps up and fills the void now that Tate's out? It's an opportunity. I wonder who's going to take it. You have to be a speaker like Tate. That would help. You got to be a speaker like him. Most people are not as good in the way they express themselves as Tate. It's sort of like when Kevin Samuels, when he passed away. Nobody could fill his shoes. And to this day, nobody's filled his shoes. And I could have told you that. Andrew, nobody's going to be able to replace. I mean, he'll be in jail, I guess, if he's found guilty. But nobody can do what he's doing. I mean, unless it might be somebody out there I've never seen. It might be. It might be. Like the stream, man. We trying to catch up on this thing, man. It might be somebody out there. I don't know. And there's nobody right now who can go on Piers Morgan or go on one of these shows and represent the manosphere or the red pill community in a way that mainstream America could capture it and understand it. No, you who? Who can do that? A couple of dudes, yeah, they don't like him. But we done heard a lot of his stuff. Let me go ahead and get out of here. I know. And he'll have his day in court, man. And there are a lot of people really disappointed with the charges. You're right. I agree. A man, I know that from experience, a man being lied on, someone just lies on you and don't give you a chance to clear your name. People will do that. People will do that. They'll just lie. He's got a chance to clear his name now. And this is the web we weave, man. You know, this is life. This is life. That's why they say always do the right thing. Even when people are not looking, you want to do the right thing because of situations like this. You don't know how your life's going to unfold. What if you do get rich? What if you do find fame and fortune, and then when the ghost of the past come up, things that you may have done at a time when you felt it was the right thing to do. Perhaps you was immature, perhaps you got angry. Now you're living an affluent life and private jets and all the finest things, and look at this, you get locked up in Miami. What's up with your Sea Green? I mean, I don't think this is the end of Red Pill. I think it'll become something else. I don't know what it's going to become. This was one of their biggest champions. This Red Pill podcaster was, well, that's what my whole point. If somebody could have, well, with him, this is about 2015 and 2010. It's just going to be interesting how this thing plays out. Yeah, it's life, man. As you live your life, man, you know, you raise your kids up, you get raised up to do the right thing because of stuff like this. You can be in a wonderful marriage. You finally met the right one. She's everything you wanted. And because of something happened 3 years ago, she finds out she could break the shit off. Yeah, she could break it off. But your choices will come back. Your choices will come back to haunt you. And a lot of people really, really, really like this guy, man. And listen, I hope the guy gets a fair trial. I hope he gets a fair trial. He got better lawyers than I would ever have. He's lawyered up. He'll have his day in court. But if you think mainstream society's not going to use this against people who say they're red pill or people who say they're alpha male, if you think they're not going to use that, you're joking. They're going to use that. They're going to use Tate. If you say you are alpha male, they're going to say, oh, you just like Tate. So what do you mean? He got caught with, look at this stuff he got caught with. Look at what he's accused of. You said, well, what did it have to do with being an alpha male? No. Do you even know what an alpha male is? Okay, Tate did some things. He's got to go to court. That is not being an alpha male. That's not being red pill. He was red pill, but when you start saying you're going to commit a crime, you're no longer red pill, because red pill is not about committing crime. See what I'm saying? But they're going to fight that. And there's no spokesman to go against it. And a lot of people are going to push that narrative that if you're red pill, you're just like Andrew Tate. Tate is a Muslim, not really sure he has much to do with the red pill. He was about money and became a low-level pimp, acting like his own stable to get unsuspecting simps to pay him. Oh man. Oh man, that's crazy, man. That's just crazy to me, man. Man, women gotta and see, I'm not gonna mess up my stream with the profanity. It's just simple as this, man. Women gotta mess with you. When you say, hey, you want to get married, that's one thing. You want a girlfriend, that's one thing. When you say you want 4 or 5 women, you gotta have game, man. You gotta pop game. Women got to fuck with you. All of this DM and DM, no. They hitting you back. They ready to have lunch. And they see the other women on your page. They see how you living. Those guys, you gotta be one of them. You gotta be a guy like that. All of this, see, that's what in Fresh and Fit, they present that to the incel, this you can be Batman if you get you some money. And then and you're dealing with who wants to be rich? What man wants to be rich, and you're dealing with barflies? And I ain't trying to hate, man, but yeah, if I go to the club, man, the chick's asking to take my order. I'm rich. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to date women like that. But that's what they got out there. I don't want nobody like that. You a short order cook? I'm not interested. But see, that's because these dudes is lazy. That's why they go after, and then they're going after women they can control. And you can sort of money whip them to some degree. What they say, a woman is the reflection of her man. So when you deal with these lower tier hood rats, you're telling the world what you really are. I don't care about your car. I don't care about your money. I don't care about your house. You're really having a confession what kind of man you really are. Like the stream, man. Let me put this thing in here. We're going to put the join link in here, man. We'll take your thoughts. It's late night. Man, if you're a dude out here, they say an incel. If you're a dude out here and you trouble with Andrew Tate being arrested, man, come on, man. Some of us, we got to think, we got to take a step back, man. These are regular people, man. That's a man. Andrew Tate is just as subject to flaws and mistakes as you are. He does have a lot of money. This should be a lesson to let you know money, just having money ain't gonna solve all your problems. But if you physically upset and troubled, something ain't right with you, man. That man don't even know you. And try to get on his property. Go out there to Romania and see if he lets you cross his property. And it's not to say you got to be negative against him, but damn. And if you want to get mad, let me tell you, this is how it works. You want to get mad at somebody? Get mad at Tate. Don't get mad at some YouTuber, some podcaster, some news agent. Get mad at Andrew Tate. Get mad at him for letting you down. Get mad at him because you believe him, you believe in him, and he lets you down. Because now you got to go through a pain that you can't listen to him make new content or just listen to him. But you got to blame Tate. You can't blame nobody else. He said, yeah, I don't know who this is. You taking up for Tate like you agree with him being with teenage girls and boys. Do you really know who you loving and talking about? Tate is okay. I don't know, man. I don't know what you talking about, bro. We gonna have to probably have to put you in the dungeon, brother. I don't know what you talking about. You guys are hypersensitive about Andrew Tate, man. Like, share, support, man. It's like you know him. Do you know Tate? We talked about the woman who had the problem with the man she caught in her kid's bedroom because it was in the news, brother. Tate is in the news. They're saying he self-snitched on himself. They're saying that a lot of stuff he said. And see, that's poking the bear. You know, when he came to Florida, he said he challenged Ron DeSantis to come after him. You're poking the bear doing that. We used to live in a country where people who were wanted, you never knew. They deliberately stayed out of the public side. They didn't go get a YouTube page. They didn't go get a YouTube channel. They didn't do that. They stayed off the beaten path. It might possibly be the end of the red pill, bro. We tried. My stuff isn't necessarily red pill. But I understand what they're saying. And it's also sort of on the pickup. See, all that PUA stuff, that's not really that's just not my lane, man. That's that pickup artist stuff. Red Pill and Alpha Male, that's coming from that perspective. That ain't, nah. Yeah, if you need to learn about women, you need to start dating them. Simple as that. Don't come to YouTube. Start dating them. Start dating. Get you a girlfriend. Take your time. It can be platonic. You can be a young person in a platonic relationship with a girl as you grow into manhood. You don't need to come on no YouTube and listen to no YouTube. Or just you want to know about women, date them. And I know immediately people say smash. I didn't say that. I said have a platonic relationship. As you get into, as you become 18, you went to the prom. You did all of that. You had you and your girlfriend talked on the phone or someone. Y'all, and nothing ever became of it. Maybe y'all kissed, but nothing beyond that. And then when you become an adult, a grown man, and you choose to date, that's more than this YouTube, listening to somebody on YouTube. You'll have a reasonable amount of information about male-female relationships. Like the stream, bro. Also, this is a wake-up call, man. When you live your life through people like that, this is a wake-up call. You can't live like that, man. You are what you are. You are what you are. And that's up to you. You don't like what you are, you need to change. Simple as that. You are what you are. You don't have to live through nobody on no internet channel. Andrew Tate. You don't have to pretend you're Andrew Tate. You don't have to sit back and watch him do stuff and feel. No, you are who you are, and you are what you are. If you don't like it, now that's up to you. I mean, you need to change it. And these YouTubes, they set up things where a person who feels something about themselves, they feel inferior or they're not confident. They got all types of things where they just prey on those people. Could this be the end of the red pill? "19 counts of CP. Hopefully they don't get out this time." Yeah. And society's 100% against them. And that's the conflict with the internet. The internet doesn't understand. People on the internet doesn't understand that when you talk about a story like this, you just simply lay the whole story out. The fact that you won't publicly say he's not guilty, how would you know? How would you know if he's guilty or not? Yeah, a lot of people want to see him out of here, man. They don't like him. They don't like what he's been saying. And if you know politics, you're supposed to do that. That's a big fish. They perp walked a big fish. And that sends messages. Like the stream, man. If you're an Andrew Tate fan, hit the link. Hit the StreamYards link, man. Let me know what's going on with you. How you taking this? Are you disappointed? And also, are you disappointed in Tate? Do you feel like he let you down? If you're an Andrew Tate fan, do you feel like he let you down? How much do you feel like is his fault? Like the stream, brother. It's his responsibility, man. He's a man. A man has to take care of himself. I got you, bro. Take care, bad taste. So where's the evidence? The court has it. The court has it. We got a join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. You're Andrew Tate supporter or fan. Let us know how you feel, man. You think Andrew should be let go? Everybody's saying the Matrix and the Matrix caught up with him. Where's the evidence for that? Where's the evidence that the Matrix caught up with him? The shadow government. But I guess, people just want to live in their own world, man. They don't want to live in the real world. Like the stream, man. Hit the like. He said, why you block third eye? I don't know. Sometimes I make a mistake, man. He got ghosted third. You the ghosted third eye? I don't know. That's the ghosted third eye. Okay. So they went out to Trump and they had nothing on him. Okay. If you think Andrew Tate should be set free, if you think he didn't do anything wrong, hit the join link. Come up and let us know. Help me out. Help me out. Is this the end of the red pill? Can you forget about red pill now? And the funny thing about it is they're gonna pin this on Red Pill, but actually Red Pill needs this type of boost so that it does become mainstream in mainstream society. They do need this type of they need this to put them over the top. And yes, there's going to be a void. There's going to be a void because there's a lot of men who enjoy Andrew Tate's content, and now he's not going to be making content. Mm. Hit the link, Love Smith. Let me know what issues do you have with Red Pill community. We believe in having discussions. We don't believe in censoring people. You can come up and express yourself. Come up and let me know, why do you have a problem with the Red Pill? You said, Coach, come on, let me know. Shout out to Love Smith for the super chat. She says Coach Greg is next. I'd love to hear why she thinks that's going to happen. What evidence do you have, and why would you, is it even appropriate to accuse people of that type of behavior? That man ain't did nothing wrong. Don't say that about him. I don't know, man. Sometimes I think we just don't care. Don't say that about that brother. And we got the join link posted, man. We'll take your thoughts. Got something to add? I wish Miss Smith, but if that's a Miss Smith, that might be a guy. We had a guy used to come over here. He had a female avatar for a long time. He used to come over here for a long time. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. What's
Good
up
morning. Good morning.
What's up with your big truck?
So, well, hold on 1 second. I'm getting a feedback. 1 second. Yeah, it's I'm in Phnom Penh, Cambodia right now, and it is 10:46 a.m.
Okay.
And just let you know, so there's a time difference, obviously.
Mhm.
I was watching The View while I was having breakfast, and I saw them talking about the fact Tate and his brother were arrested. Now I'm not sure. I don't know if they have new charges or if these are old charges and they're just
It's
messing
old.
with them.
Well, you know how it goes. It's old charges, and because of the publicity, people around that time are coming out of the woodworks. It went from 21 charges when they first got arrested. It's now at 59.
Okay, that's not good at all. That's not good at all.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about it is, the last time when they went after them, when it was like, I think it was Romania, when they went after them back then, I guess they checked all the tapes in his house and everything, and they didn't really have any evidence where they could literally, prove that he had done anything, right? And what I am glad is that some of these dudes are standing up to these allegations and saying, yeah, well, you're accusing me of X, Y, and Z, but I don't, first of all, I'm saying I didn't do it, but second of all, force these women to come out and force them to actually enunciate exactly what was done. Because most of the times when I hear these allegations, I don't believe what they're saying. I really don't. Like that trust all women thing, that's out the window for me.
Lies.
You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? When you're accusing a man of rape or sexual assault, right? If that's the accusation, the problem is I don't know exactly what you're talking about anymore, because the old definition that I learned when I was a kid, they've expanded that definition to be a bunch of bullshit. You know?
Well, hold on, Truck. Yeah, but we get that. We don't even want to discuss those words.
But I understand that. But the problem is those are factual allegations, and my problem is how do we know exactly what happened if you're just going to use this blanket term and it automatically makes us think one thing, but meanwhile the actual thing that happened is something totally different. The mere fact that you can lie and you can literally say, oh, just because I didn't feel good after it happened, that automatically make the problem is
Truck,
I just want you to understand.
See, this is what we do. Truck, come on, man. Now, Truck, that's fine. What? You feel that way, right? Come on. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be.
You'll never know, and that's the problem. You'll never know.
Hold up, I'm not going to do that, and I don't want to be accused of doing that. So, but I mean, that's something. But you got to also understand. Now, wait a minute, Truck. You're a man of means. You got money. You know, you got to be careful with the way you can't just be reckless, because you can get accused of something. You know what I mean? You got to really watch yourself. Andrew, during that period of time, I think it was a little reckless. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did.
He had cameras everywhere. The dude had cameras all over his property.
Then he's good. Then he is good. Then he got nothing to worry about.
But once again, here's the problem right here. And Google, YouTube, they're part of it. The mere fact that they control your language to make it so that you're afraid to say certain words, that makes it so that you can't even openly talk about something.
They do.
That's actually
it's not just
whether
them,
or not it has.
All of them.
And the sad thing about it is
not just YouTube. All of them do.
Yeah, well, all of them. But Truck, when do y'all? Here's my question: when do y'all fight back?
Hey, Truck, they really. That's the thing. They really, really, really hard on men. In my opinion, very hard on black men.
When do you fight back? That's my bottom line. When do you fight back?
Stuff. I mean, like, I don't know if you can say you can fight back. It's just their platform.
When do you fight? No. If everybody, what's funny? When what's his name? What's that British guy who has the podcast? Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan comes on saying any and everything, and he just simply doesn't give a fuck, and he just says it. And the simple fact is, because so many people moved in that direction, then they can't do anything about it, because now you're actually fighting back. But when y'all got people scared to say
Truck. Okay, Truck. Truck, you're a podcast. They'll do something. Now, you gotta remember, Truck, they making money. So Piers Morgan, I don't know, they're making quite a bit of money with Piers Morgan. A lot. Now,
as far as I know,
and they have to look at they're making they've made millions off Fresh and Fit, because they still put ads on those on that channel, and they don't have to split the money. That's all to them. And look, at the end of the day, we know it's a business model. We get it. I get what you're saying, but Truck, also that position, you probably have to go to court. You would probably have to go to court. You would probably have to be a politician to be able to make that point. What you're saying, it's so unfair for men, and the way the system is set up is so unfair, because someone could just lie on you, and then you got to deal with your reputation. You got to deal with the ramifications of that. That is so unfair. But a YouTube channel, that's just not the place for that.
I disagree. If YouTube has put itself in the middle of the public forum and has made it so that it's one of the main places where people are going to go to talk about such a topic, then yeah, it kind of is the place for that. The issue is that so many people are trying to cut in on the grift and make money off of it that they're worried about whether or not they can openly say what they want to say. That's the real problem, because the people who don't care, they're going to say whatever they
there's
want
more
to say.
to it than that. And you know, you're a podcaster. It's more to it than that. Let me tell you something, Truck. You could wake up. Okay, let's talk about me. I wake up and I've got YouTube sent me something. I think they're 1,000% unfair. I've even told YouTube, hey, YouTube, I'm black. Go look at my you gotta give, like, you gotta put up something to show who you really are. I said, I'm a black person. You're accusing me. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't even, bro, I ain't waste my time. They're gonna do what they do. If I don't like it, I just won't broadcast. But what you're saying is legitimate. But see, Truck, the red pill community, you guys don't have a spokesperson. You don't have someone.
Wait, why? Hold on. Whoa. Why'd you say you guys? Why'd you say you guys?
You're red pill.
I'm not red pill. What are you talking about?
Oh, see, you don't even want to claim. Look, I'm looking at the war in Iran, right? And I don't know that guy's name because they had threatened. They said it's going to delete him. And they came out and said, don't do it. But the guy, he speaks for Iran, right? He's the spokesperson for Iran. So, and he'll go on a Piers Morgan. He'll go on a Abby Phillips show. He'll go on these shows and give that point of view. The red pill community, they don't have a spokesperson. And this is what happens by Tate being accused of these crimes. National media, which don't even like red pill or alpha male or manosphere, they don't even like them. They're gonna package that up like he's teaching men to do the things that he's accused of committing a crime. He's teaching those guys to be like him. No, he's not.
Well, here's the thing. The mainstream media, they do their best to ignore the manosphere. They do their best to ignore red pill as much as they can. The only time they report on it, just like when I was watching The View this morning, the only time they report on it is if somebody gets arrested or if somebody does something where they can point and say, yeah, there, we told you about that, right? And the sad thing about it is Andrew Tate, his mouth is so big and he's constantly on something and constantly saying something that he's constantly giving them something to dig into, you know? And the shame of it is most of it, first of all, as far as the manosphere or red pill, like I think almost all has basically dissolved because I barely see any of that stuff anymore on YouTube. And what you have is a bunch of independents who are saying what they're saying, just basically independent contractors, Confederates, whatever you want to call them. And they're just saying whatever they're saying. It's just like with the Passport Bros. There is no central leadership. There is no organization. And that's a good thing because they can never try to hold any one person up and say, yeah, you see, this is the leader. Andrew Tate is not the leader. There are other people that they'll go after, Clavicular, they'll go after Digital Broman, they'll go after any of these dudes. All they have to do is make the mistake of getting into the news. I like it disorganized. I like it without a nucleus. I like it better that way because this way they can never point to any one person and say, yeah, this is the leader of it or this person's responsible. And that's what they hate about it because what they're seeing going on with young men, it's a growing trend. It's just like with the Passport Bros. It's a growing trend. It does, like there's no one person that you can attack, you know, and that's a beautiful thing. But Andrew Tate, I've got my own issues with him. If there, I mean, I don't want to see him found guilty of something he didn't do.
Yes.
But the problem is, it's like he knew he was a target. He knew the government of UK was trying to take him down. he knew all of those European socialist governments were trying to take him down. And the thing about it is he thinks that just by getting up there and running his mouth, he thinks that he's preventing it. He's not. See, America tolerates things like racism and hate speech. America tolerates that stuff because of the First Amendment. These European countries, they are so intolerant of all of this stuff that they're basically fascists in and of themselves. But the bottom line is, when you're in Rome, you got to do as the Romans do. And unless he's going to move here and renounce all of his citizenship, whatever he's got overseas, unless he's going to move to America, he can't do what he's doing. He just can't do it.
Well, update us on what you're doing. You're overseas. You're doing your summer, what Southeast Asian vacation.
That's
so
right.
what are you doing over there, though? Let's say you just came from you left Thailand or something. You left Vietnam.
No. I left Vietnam. Right now, I am in Cambodia.
What did you do in Vietnam? I mean, how was it?
Okay, so when I got to Vietnam, the first thing you notice is the heat and the humidity. That's something that those war movies, they were 100% right about. This place is hot and it's humid all the time. So whenever you go to any Southeast Asian country, you basically have to go through the same ritual. You find your apartment or you find your condo wherever you're going to be. I have a condo. And then you got to go to the grocery store. And then you've got to buy, basically you got to buy like everything you're going to need for like the next month or whatever. It's going to be however long you're staying, right? So yeah, I got to buy food. I got to buy, what is it? Like toiletries. I got to buy, like all types of stuff. Like I didn't have to buy a blanket because the owner included a bottom sheet and a blanket. But the thing about it is with this chick, you know how it is when you got women in the bed and they're hogging up the sheets, right? Like I like to keep the air conditioner around 68 degrees. And you know how these women get, like they hogging up the sheets, right? So we go out and I'm looking for one of these places to buy a comforter or to buy a bottom sheet. And they're trying to charge you up the nose just to buy like a comforter set or a sheet set, right? So there's certain things that I know I got to buy, and there's certain things that I just don't even bother with because it's a ripoff, especially if I'm going to have to leave it here. Because if I buy something like that, I'm not taking it back home. It's too much to carry on the airplane. But other than that, yeah, you got to go grocery shopping basically every couple of days. My condo is in they have a lot of these tall buildings, just like in China. And my condo has some built-in stores to the basement of it. We have like community pools. What is it? Like every 3 buildings has its own community pool. There's a amusement park nearby.
How are you getting the women in Vietnam? So what did you do?
To be perfectly honest, I'm not messing with the Vietnamese women. I brought a Filipino with me. And I'm one of those people who doesn't mind bringing food to the buffet, so forth they say. But anyway, I brought a Filipino chick with me, and she provides the sex, and she cooks. And
so you didn't see nothing in Vietnam, but you didn't really see nothing anyhow.
To be perfectly honest, Platinum. To be perfectly honest, Vietnam and Cambodia, I've seen nothing but the maximum is like a 7. I haven't seen anything gorgeous. I haven't seen anything smoking hot. I haven't seen nothing like that. The closest in Cambodia that I came to seeing, a chick that'd be like, yeah, I'd like to hit that, is like some of these cleaning ladies who are in the hotel because they're the thick ones. Like, yeah, there's a couple of the border guards who, but other than that, I haven't really seen anything higher than a 7. I'm sorry. Like you know how my scale is. There's no such thing as a 10.
Well,
it only goes from 0 to 9.
I got you, man. I was gonna say just pearly thing. So if you seeing 7,
I consider just pearly. Just pearly is basically an 8.
Okay. Okay.
she's
So what?
she's above the average.
Yeah, you're just on a vacation, hanging out with your woman. You ain't really trying to see. You ain't in a nightlife or none of that.
Nah. These women.
Why would you go way
short.
over there? Well, why would you go way over there? Like, no, I'm saying, okay, she's Filipino. How come you just didn't go to the Philippines?
Yeah, but I've been to the Philippines already. I've been hitting each country one by one.
For what? I mean, like, why do you just want to see them?
It's because it's a Southeast Asian discovery. I'm visiting each country, living in each country, getting to know each country, and so forth and so on. I've been to the Philippines twice.
Okay. Somebody disagrees with you in the chat.
I'll tell you like this.
They disagree with you in the chat. They said Pearl Davis is an 8.
Pearl, you know why I say Pearl? I know most people would say Pearl's not an 8. Pearl is really a 7, but I adjust her to an 8 because she's how should I say? She's special.
Yeah, she's tall. She's tall like you too. So, you know.
Because you got to remember, I'm 6'6". I think she's like 6 something.
6'1"
if I got her, she would be like a white girl prize wife, and I would have all the white men jealous and angry. They'd be
I do
calling her
not
a
know
shark.
why you have not reached out to that woman just to say
there's
hello.
No
No.
point.
Just to say hello.
No.
All these people in the space, they know her. They can tell her that she's got an admirer. I mean, you can take it from there.
No, I'm happy where I am. I'm happy where I am for right now.
So
to tell you the truth,
did you take your girl to Cambodia?
Oh yeah, she came here to Cambodia. I made videos on my channel. We stayed at a nice hotel called the Wealth Mansion. Even though the hotels are nice, they're not terribly expensive because the living costs down here are relatively cheap. Like you can rent out an entire apartment for like $20 a day. The hotel places are, they're like $15 or something, $17. They're not that bad. So yeah, she stayed with me at the Wealth Mansion, and right now I'm at the casino at the border of Cambodia and Vietnam. And I'm just waiting for my visa application to be cleared, and then I'm going to cross back into Vietnam. And then I'll be there for like a week or so, and then after that, I get on the plane and I'm headed back. I was thinking about going to Japan, but to tell you the truth, at this point, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm ready to go home. I would go home right now and cut the whole vacation early, but it's like...
Yeah, if I went to Japan, I'd probably get locked up, Truck.
Why?
Those are my old stomping grounds. I probably get locked up.
Oh,
I'm gonna hop
on
those
Japanese. To tell you the truth, Japanese women.
No. I'm gonna hop on that train, Truck.
No, but to tell you the truth, Japanese women, they don't do anything for me because they're too annoying.
Nah, they okay with me. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna hop on that train, and I'm gonna go to a Yokosuka station. I'm getting off. Yakuza, whatever. I'm getting off at that motherfucking station. And I'm gonna walk right out there where it's real. That's a real busy station. And I am going to spit game right there. And I bet I pull. I'm a pull. I know I'm a pull. I've done it too many times.
Wait. First of all, hold on. There's no such thing as a Yakuza station. You must be talking about going to like one of their businesses or their offices. And if you try to spit game to their women, you're going to end up missing a finger.
Okay, I'll miss a finger then. Well, I've already done it, and they're not going to do nothing to me because that's a train station.
What train station is run by the Yakuza?
That's a public train station. Yokosuka.
Yakuza? What are you talking about?
It's a place in Japan, brother. It's a real
Yokosuka.
Yeah.
That's not even a Japanese word.
It is, Truck. You just haven't been there.
No. Nah. Yokosuka, wait, there's too many syllables. You must be like for instance, a Japanese train station is Shinjuku.
Truck. Yokosuka.
What are you talking?
Okay, that's where I've been there.
All right, I'll tell
go
you
there.
what. Find it on Google Maps. Find it.
Find it on Google. You know what? You probably could find it on Google Maps, but
do it.
I post up out there and give me a couple of hours. You'll see me coming back on the train, and I got me some action right next to me.
You're gonna be missing a finger.
Nah, done it before. Also,
your Cusco.
I know the game in the sense I know what they like.
Really?
So I know they're gonna come because I know what they like.
I know how to make them come because I know what they like.
I ain't gotta make them do nothing.
I make them do everything.
Nah, I'm asking.
Did you? Oh, by the way, did you do a show yet about that Memphis woman that killed that boy?
Yes, yes, sir. It's on there right now.
Yeah, because I think the sisterhood act like she's innocent and everything. It's like, nah, she's going down for murder.
He said she's innocent. I don't know if they said she's innocent, but well, you can't take the law into your own hands. And, you know, and you deal with situations where people just don't want to deal with facts in reality. They just want to say things. Yeah, it sounds good. Oh, if you disagree, oh, you want a man in a girl's bedroom? No. Why you defending? I'm not defending. I'm telling you that you can't take the law in your. Oh, yes, you just like him. You want to crawl up under some 13-year-old bed. So I said, man, YouTube, you can't really have a discussion on YouTube because they're going to bend your words in a way that's ridiculous. It's like, well, she had to deal with the law. If that's what you want to do, okay, go deal with the police. Yosuka, there you go. He said Yosuka line. There you go. Thank you.
No. That's Yokusuka. That's not Yakuska. You said Yakuska.
Truck. I'm a black man from America. I'm gonna make my best effort. Yakuska. That's where I'm going.
Yakuska. Okay, here we go again. See, and do you know how far away that is from Yokusuka? Anyway.
You know, you look up Bay Pool, Big Truck.
Bay Pool?
BEPU. Bay Pool.
Bay Pool.
Bay Pool, Japan.
Is that a Beppu, Japan? Okay, Beppu, BEPPU. And it's in Oita, Japan.
I struck fucking gold down there, bro.
Yeah, Japanese women just.
I got a threesome. I struck gold. It was a friendship. It was like we was doing a friendship thing. Like we rarely they even get. See, anytime I can go where there's no Americans or few Americans, I'm good. Whenever I go where there's a lot of Americans, I'm just not that. I'm average.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. If you're a black man, you always choose to go where there's very few Americans and there's no blacks, and you stand out. That's how I do it.
There we go.
That's how I do it.
But
it's just like you talking. First of all, I would never have a threesome. I would never do that because I'd probably end up like Andrew Tate. But the bottom line is, if I wanted to, I would go after like these three Cambodian. I had 3 Cambodian women in my room, cleaning my room last night. Right? If I snuck all of them enough money, we could go at it, and they'd just walk out the room later on like nothing happened. But I'd have to be giving them some serious dollars. Like they don't make a whole lot of money. A tip is like if they tell you if you want to leave a tip here, a tip is like $2. So if I pulled out like $100 US and I handed each one of them $100, I could tear these bitches up. And they're not gonna say nothing.
You can't do that, Truck, because you got somebody with you.
Well, yeah, but there's ways to put her on the side and everything. There's ways to do that.
Why bring her? Period.
Well, because you have no, it's like, why do you take a bottle of water with you on a trip when you know that there's water fountains wherever you're planning on going? It's the same reason. You keep a little bit of something with you just so that it'll help you to get to that next thing, you know?
Why do you guys truck? Okay. I'm gonna say it like, okay. A bunch of guys don't like America. They don't like the dating side of America. They choose to go and pursue women abroad, which is fine. Why do you guys want to be like Pookie types overseas? It's like you can't be a Pookie here, but you want to go there so you can be a Pookie. You want to run through the women, pay them, give them money, and it's like, but okay, that's bad in America to do that to women. Well, I can't do it, so it's like, I'm gonna tell you how I look at that. I look at that is the thugs have run you up the block. You scared to deal with the thug, so you go somewhere where you then can be the thug. And I don't understand that. I was like, well,
they have a term for that. It's called arbitrage. What it means is that you take your resources and you go to another place where you can sell your resources at a profit. So we're not trying to be Pookies. The problem is that what's happening is you still got to go through the dating process, even though you've gone someplace else. You still got to go through the dating process. And the sad thing is the dating process sucks no matter where you are for the exact same reasons. So the whole world, the dating process sucks for the exact same reasons.
But see, okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, like you said, Vietnam, you in Cambodia, Malaysia. It's just the way my game is this, and I mean this, because I'm gonna post up. I'm posting up. When I say post up, I want to be seen. I'm gonna go somewhere where I could be seen, and I'm gonna start getting to know the ladies. I don't care. I'm gonna get to know the ladies. And what I'm saying is I want to do that. We went to Jakarta. We went to Jakarta. Fine motherfucker, fine ass Indian. Man, that woman was fine. Busty, no waist. She probably was like 28. I might have been 19. And I just said, I'm going to spit at her, but I don't expect her to respond. Man, that woman stopped. She said, yes. Clear English. I said, I'm trying to get to know you. He said, get to know me? I said, yeah, I'd love to get to know you. She said, why me? I said, why not? She said, anybody, any of these women, they'll sleep with you. Why do you choose me? I was like, what? Well, what was that? Because that's a different country, right? I said, whoa, wait a minute. So all y'all on the go? I was like, what? Nah, man. And nah, they are. They are. All of them. All you gotta do is say, hey, what's up? And no, they gotta like you, right? They have to, obviously they gotta like you, but they'll date, go get something to eat, go up to the room. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe not. Not just the way they look at it. They don't look at it the way we look at it. We look at it, we put a lot of extras. That woman told me, like, what you want to talk to me? Okay, why? But yeah, I'll go with you, but why you like me? Because are you trying to look at all the women coming up around here? And I wasn't. After she told me that, I did. And I knew what I was going to do anyhow when I went over there, man. I don't know if I could take a woman over there with me, but I like that challenge, man. I go to Cambodia, I'll be out there.
Yeah, the women aren't that great, though. It's like,
I'm telling you, no. You're talking about the basic women. No, you keep looking, you're going to run across some fine ones.
I haven't seen any fun ones, and I've been to the malls. It's like I've been around.
No,
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything better than a 7.
Okay, well, you went there, so okay.
Yeah, I'm there now. I don't see nothing better than a 7.
I don't know what to tell
problem
you.
I think you know what I think it is?
Have you
I
been
think
to the
the place is too
university?
poor.
Have you been to the university?
Their universities, they have a couple.
Have you been?
I've looked at.
Mhm.
I've gone to a couple of their school, their like where the women come from the university and whatnot. I've seen them. I've seen them, with the uniforms, everything. I'm not. I'm sorry. They're you know what it is? They're short. Like if you like them short, okay, that helps. They're short. They're kind of brown skinned. They're not all that. I don't know. They're not like South Koreans. If they were more like South Koreans, yeah, we could work something out.
What about the faculty?
Hit or miss, but I'm not seeing nothing better than 7. I'm sorry.
Have you been on the dating apps over there?
No, I don't do dating apps at all. I don't do dating apps.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, like
even these dudes know that you go on dating apps. What you're getting is filters. You're getting makeup filters. Like it's nonsense. Even these dudes know that.
Hey man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I know I'm gonna make it happen. I can go to Cambodia. I don't care where I go. I promise you, I don't care where I go. I'm gonna pull a baddie. And if I can't, if they're hard to find, I'm gonna find one. It might take me a minute. You might see me strike out at 10 a.m. I promise you by 6 that day, I'm gonna have a baddie. And you're gonna say, man, where you find her at? What? I've done it, I'll do it again. I'll do it right now. Yeah, so I don't know. You ain't looking, man. But you ain't
no, either that. You got to understand what I consider.
Okay. No, you okay?
What I consider to be a baddie is differs from your definition.
Yeah, you're right.
Of what you consider, So what I'm looking at, you may not be looking at.
You ain't never really had to eat. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never really had to get it off the muscle. Just get out there and get it. Now, I get it. You don't have to do that. But what I'm saying is that in itself is motivation. I'm saying the fact, so what's up? You pull up, we in Cambodia, we unpack, we get our rooms and we unpack our bags. And I'm talking about within an hour. Fuck this, man. Fuck waiting. I don't want to wait till the night. Let's do it now. All right. I'm saying that's that fire. And I was raised around that. And also when I was in the service, the brothers had that burning. You got to get out there and burn, man. You got to get out there, man. I want to get out there. I want them to tell me no. Come on. What's up? What's up? I want to get at them. I like when they look frown up a little bit. I'm going to keep going. Then I'm going to give me a smile. Then she going to stop. And then guess what? I'm going to get the whole game from her. She going to tell me what nightclub to go to. She going to tell me what's the nice place to hang out. All this. She's going to give me all that game. And then I got it because I went out there and got it. He's saying if you in Phnom Penh. Phnom Penh. Hit up Pontoon on Street 172. Why don't you take your old lady to Pontoon? You and her just going to have fun. Have drinks.
Let me see. I'm looking for where this place is.
Watch that side.
Oh, no. I was right next to it. Like, Pontoon Club is, I was right there too. I was exactly, it's almost across this, okay, it's a couple of blocks away from the Royal Palace of Cambodia. And no, I don't like those clubs and stuff like that. I don't like dealing with those clubs. You know, see, they got a lot of foreigners who go to those clubs, and that's like I don't hunt my prey there. It's like no.
Yeah,
Nah,
but
that's not how I deal.
Well, see, Truck. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the difference, and I get it, man. I'm not. I understand because I'm on. I know YouTube. A lot of you guys, you guys came up. I'm talking about as the youth. Y'all came up different. And I know that, man. And I'm not mad at you. But Truck, you got okay. Where I'm from, you don't have a choice. It's sink or swim. So if I ain't got no woman, LASIK works by Truck. Yeah. Are you listening, Truck? Or you on YouTube?
I'm listening. You're saying if you ain't got no woman.
If you ain't got no woman,
you told me when I looked up that club.
I'm gonna tell you what they would do. What they would do to me, just like you said, a pontoon. And if I'm there, they're gonna say, "So what's going on? You know, you was in the streets. How'd it work, man? They all sevens, and yeah." They say, "So you going to the club, right?" You say, "Huh? Man, you better get your ass in that club. I'm gonna be there tonight, man. Stop bullshitting. You better get your ass in there." That's what I'm saying. You ain't never really rocked with dudes like that. That's gonna pull you into it no matter what. They're gonna make you win.
Yeah,
and that's your
like
issue,
to do
man.
things at my own pace. I do things at my own pace.
No, you need that, Truck. You need that. And also, if you was a real no, you see, wait, what part of New York you from, Truck?
Queens.
If you was a real Queens nigga, a real one, you would let your woman go to sleep and you'd be down there pontoon pulling.
Yeah.
You'll be down there pulling. She laid down, or you done laid her down. You done jumped in the shower, put on your little short set, put on your Chicago Bulls short set, Michael Jordan, got on the fitted, you'd be right down there pulling if you was a real one. But you're not a real Queens nigga.
You're right. I'm not.
I
agree.
You from Yonkers.
I totally agree.
You're a Yonkers.
No, I'm from Queens. I'm from Queens. Definitely from Queens.
Man, if I got some things I got to do. I am going to make me a trip, though. I'm going to tell you this, Truck. I'm going to go to Thailand, and I bet you niggas be playing. I bet I get about 5 motherfuckers. I ain't going to give them nothing. I bet I get 5. They standing out there trying to get people to buy them drugs. I bet I can get 5 of them just off my game, off the muscle.
Oh, here we go with the game again. Here we go.
Off the muscle.
You got the mouthpiece.
Off the muscle. I bet I can get 5 of them off the muscle. I bet I can. I know I can. I already seen the video. I know I can. No, I've done it before. I did. Man, you just don't know. And I don't even want to know. I wasn't even like at the tip. There was this one dude, he was like 5'1". He had like green eyes. He was a brother. He was like a small, he was a small, I don't even know how to put it on there. Man, that man pulled so many women. I ain't never, in my life, I ain't never seen, he was a brother. I don't give a damn where we went. He would, "Hey, all right, man, I'm going to get back." We like, "Damn, you got 2 of them? All right, man, I'm going to get back." "Damn, 3 of them. Damn, 1 of them. Find them up." Man, that dude, I don't even know where he's from. He was like 5, and he was married. That was another thing. He was a married man. That man was 5'1", man. When we went to these different ships, I mean, these different places, ports, man, that man pulled so many women. And he was like 5'1". He didn't care. One time we was walking, he took off running. We just walking up the street in a foreign country. He just took off running. And we don't know where he was going. Next thing we know, he come walking across the street, not us walking down from across the street with two chicks. Told us, hey, man, I'm finna go to the room. We like, damn, just that quick. And they were just giggling. They liked him, bro. Them women were just standing there giggling. He said, yeah, man, oh, I'm finna go to her house, man. I get back. No, and I think he was hating, too, because he kept telling us. He was low-key hating. But that's how they do, man. That's how they do. He was, you know what I'm saying? See, Truck, you ain't been around that. That scopes you, brother. You need to be in the fires. You ain't been in the fire. Andrew Tate ain't been in no fire.
Oh, he's going to be in it now. I'd say he's in the fire now.
Yeah,
the last time they locked, do you remember the last time they locked him up? How like he was talking about how he thought they were going to kill him and he thought they were trying to poison him and he was going paranoid. Well, you remember the last time he got locked up? I remember that vividly. And I thought, I was like, you know what? When he got let go, I thought that the charges were done. But now, and you're saying like he's got all these other people coming out the woodwork. It's like, nah, I think he's done. He's toast. And the sad thing about it is, some of these people think that the police, they think the government's going to play fair. They don't play fair, especially when they feel that they have a lot to lose because of you. Oh no, they got him, boy. They got him and his brother. You know, and he's got way more money than I'll probably ever earn. And it doesn't matter. It's like no matter how much he got, they're coming after him and they're going to tear his ass down.
I listened a little bit to Romo Tomasi, and he said something about money laundering. He mentioned, allegedly there might be some money laundering. Now, Truck, if that's true, they're going to seize all his accounts, right?
Well, they'll seize what they can. See, the thing about these dudes with this cryptocurrency is a lot of these dudes mistakenly think that they can hide their money with cryptocurrency, and he's one of them, because I've seen these dudes talk about crypto before. But the reality is, you can't hide your money with cryptocurrency because you're always forced to declare that you have certain accounts based on the 1099K. So they'll seize and they'll try to take everything he's got. And if he doesn't get cleared of them charges, they'll get it all. They'll get everything, and you can't hide nothing. Where are you going to hide money? I mean, he can probably try to buy some stuff and put in somebody else's name, or keep some gold bars in his mom's basement or something. But it ain't that easy.
But that's the problem, Truck. Him and his brother locked up. He's got to have a lawyer, right? So when you say seize his funds, that's going to get in the way of him being able to pay his lawyer, right?
Yeah.
I guess the moral is don't do crime, man, or don't get accused of it, because, man, you really got to have somebody on the outside, and then that means you got to trust them. So you got to say, hey, here go all my access codes. You don't know what that person.
So basically, they say Andrew and Tristan Tate face a total of 59 charges. Okay, arrested in Miami, July 2026. The brothers are fighting extradition to the UK, where the Crown Prosecution Service brought 38 new charges. It says Andrew Tate's got 42 charges, including 7 further counts of, I won't say the word. And then you got Tristan Tate's charges, 17 total. Includes 2 counts of, I won't say the word. The new charges issued by the UK relate to offenses alleged to have occurred between 2010 and 2017. The brothers were detained in the U.S. by U.S. Marshals following a U.K. extradition request. Their legal team has stated that they intend to fight the extradition, claiming the case is politically motivated. So, yeah, I don't see them say anything about him getting charged like with financial crimes. But, yeah, he's in trouble. And the sad thing is, I already know that's the setup. They always try to hit you with the SA charges, and they try to hit you with R and SA because they know that they can easily get you extradited no matter where you are. Like they always do that. Or they'll come up with KP charges and they'll try to get you extradited just like they did to Julian Assange. And they put him in a dungeon. I don't even know where that dude is now. But yeah, these dudes are in trouble. Nah, man, listen, I've known it since like the X-Files in 1998. The government does not play fair. And even though it's a lot of conspiracy theory, the problem is now you see that it's not a theory anymore, it's true. That's what they do. They trump up charges against you. They come up with charges that you can't fight, you can't beat. And even if you beat them, it leaves you with an air of suspicion. And that's what they love doing in order to destroy your credibility.
And your bank account.
And your bank account. Like this dude is toast. He's toast. He's toast. If I was him and I had a fraction of the money that he has, I would have disappeared. I would have gone. I would have just been gone. It's like you see Russell Simmons. Russell, is it Russell Simmons or is the other? Wait, yeah, Russell Simmons. When I was in Bali, Russell Simmons was in Bali. Meanwhile, Puff Daddy is sitting behind bars. Now they came, they did that nonsense. They came after Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons was like, yeah, hold on 1 second. He packed up all his stuff and he's like, I'm getting out of here. And he got out of there. And you know what Russell Simmons is right now? Russell Simmons is doing his Buddhistic chants somewhere in the mountains of Bali.
I can't hear you, Truck.
Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No, you sound like your connections. You're not connected. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. But no, Russell Simmons, that dude is doing his Buddhistic. Because I told you, I met Russell Simmons, right? I met him a couple of years ago, and he's doing his Buddhistic chants, and I thought the guy was weird. And the thing about it is, I can tell that's a smart man. He packed up his stuff so fast, and he got his midnight bag, his overnight bag. He got that stuff right up out of there. And that dude, when I was in Bali, let me tell you something. That Indonesia must not be a state where America can extradite you, because wherever he is, he's in the jungles of Bali. Let me tell you something. Russell Simmons never have to worry about nothing for the rest of his life because he's not coming to see his kids. And Kamora Lee Simmons, that's done. That relationship is done. So he ain't going back to see any of them. So if I was Puff Daddy, I would have done the same thing. Now Puff Daddy got off lucky because he only got like 5 years. And you know, they tried to put him away forever, but he only got like 5 years. So once he's done, he's coming out with a vengeance because now you got nothing to get him on, and you can't do double jeopardy. But Russell Simmons says, no, I'm not seeing a day in prison. Not in American prison. He's like, no, the hell with that. So I gotta give respect where respect is due. Gotta give it where it's due. But this guy Tate, with the money that this idiot had, man, I would have picked America's greatest enemy. That I knew I would pick China.
Yeah, your connection is going in and out. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Trump.
I'm sorry. Cause you know what it is? It's like I'm using my AirPod Max on this laptop, and apparently the connection doesn't like to be. I don't know why. It's Bluetooth. It should work. But anyway, all I'm saying is, if I had been Andrew Tate, I would have taken that money and I'd have disappeared. I would have gone to a nice American enemy state where America can't do nothing because they got nuclear weapons. even if like he tried Romania and all that, I would have done Russia or China or whatever, and you'd have never seen you'd have seen me, but there'd been nothing you could do. And he should have known. He should have known, but he refuses to. He just refuses. So I'm like, okay, well, good luck. Because the last time he's like, oh, they tried to kill me in the cell. You remember that, right? Because the last time they tried to, we went into his house. He had guns on the table, and and we found this and we found that. None of that stuff was relevant because they were just trying to destroy his image. The problem is the average person who listens to him acts the same way he does. So you're up there talking about all this guns and drugs and stuff. It's like they don't care. They don't care about none of that. And then all the allegations seem to be bullshit. And now you're talking about how many allegations they got. Man, them dudes in trouble. Yeah, so he's done. As far as I'm concerned, this dude's done. He is done.
Is he going to affect the red pill?
The red pill. First of all, I don't know if you've noticed this, Platinum. YouTube has basically, how should I say, they've basically disbanded all of that stuff. Like, if you have a channel and you're talking about that stuff, they're already shadow banning you. And on top of that, they're making it so that, like, have you seen Fresh and Fit? Their subscriber count has been frozen for like the last 2 years. Just Pearly Things, her subscriber count was frozen at like 1.85 million. And then as soon as they allowed her to remonetize, then she was able to like, they literally freeze your subscribers. Like, that's the dirtiest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's one thing to not pay you. Like, it's one thing to say, oh yeah, well, we're going to demonetize you, we're not going to pay you. It's a whole other thing for them to flick a button and say, yeah, we're going to freeze your subscribers. So this way, no matter how many people listen to what you're saying, it looks like nobody's listening, or it looks like you're not growing. That's disgusting. And they took away notifications. So when you come on, nobody knows where you are. Yeah. Nobody knows you're on.
Well, right now,
Andrew Tate he doesn't have a channel.
Believe it or not, Chuck, believe it or not, this channel is not under any restrictions. Right now, I'm talking about after you, we probably will be under restriction. But
after me,
but today we're not under any, and we're over 11, and this thing's been growing. They've been.
You know what? I just looked at your subscribers and saw you at 11. Congratulations, because you grew like 5,000 within the last like 2 years. So that's actually pretty good. Because before, I remember your thing was pegged at like 5. And I was like, yeah, YouTube's not playing with this.
Well, it wasn't just YouTube. No, it's more to it. I know what you're saying, but it was other things.
Yeah.
So.
Other things?
It was other things.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't need to get into it. It don't even matter, Truck. I mean, and they can stop it now. They can peg it or whatever, like you say, right now if they want it. Just a YouTube channel.
I think they have like a board or something where it's like a bunch of switches, and then one of the switches says subscribers, one of the switches says views, one of the switches says the person's channel, and all they got to do is just flick the switch, and this shit just stops happening. Like you got monetization, just flick the switch.
Well, you got to violate it, but you have to violate their guidelines.
Do you really? Do you really? Because I've seen a bunch of YouTube.
Hold up, just like you just said, and I'm looking at this now. I'm doing a Tate stream, but like you just said, that whole red pill thing is going to cause the YouTube to not like that channel and to slow that channel down. Saying. So yeah, and I know it's going to happen because he's national news. And if you go and forget these podcasters, go listen to what this. Go look at what Australia says about him. Go listen to what Asia's saying about him. Go listen to all these different countries, all these different places talk about Andrew Tate, and it's
they're trying to blame him. I know they're all trying to blame him for the fact that their young men are a mess. They're all trying to blame him for the fact that their young women are a mess. But you know what doesn't help Platinum? Who put together this AI photo of him looking like he's like a paranoid schizophrenic? Did you get that shit from Chat GPT? Or
no,
you're not helping?
No, they have all types of images of him, all types.
I've never seen this one before, and he's all locked up and everything. This looks so like
well, we know how to add stuff to the image, but the actual head and stuff is out there for anybody who wants.
Yeah, that's not helping at all. That's not, I'll tell you, that's not helping.
He is, ain't he locked up?
Yeah, he is locked up, but you got him looking like he's a paranoid Chihuahua schizophrenic. and
what you want to say, man?
He has that ridiculous voice that when he starts talking, he sounds like his mouth is wide open and something's falling out of his mouth.
Yeah, Brugatti. All you brookies, I can drive my Brugatti.
No. He doesn't say Bugatti. He says Bugatti. He's like, what color's your Bugatti? What color's your Bugatti? Don't tell me how small I am. What color's your Bugatti? Like, this fucking guy is a fucking nut.
You don't understand. That pissed a lot of people off, man. I said, yeah. And he's getting it all back now because a lot of people didn't like that. You're a brokey. You see, you're a brokey. I can wake up and I can have cigars and coffee and drive a Bugatti.
What color's your Bugatti? What color's your Bugatti? Oh, I'm sorry, they're taking it from you. Yeah, and it's sad because he's living the dream of these Generation Z and Generation Alpha kids. He's living the dream, and they have to destroy him because they have to prove to them that they can't have that. Well, it's a shame.
But see, okay, even if you got money, let's go with that. You got money, you still got to know how to handle women. Period.
According to him, he did.
No. Forget him.
He knew.
No. The whole red pill. When you talk about fresh and fit, you cannot be weak when it comes to women. I'm saying as a man, say you got an appetite for women. Say, hey, I like beautiful women. I like that. I work hard. I'm healthy. I want to engage because that's something I don't like to drink. I don't like to do nothing. But I like women. Well, what they push, the fresh and fit and all of that stuff, what they push is your money is all you need. And I'm telling you, man, and that's even worse. You do not want to be weak for women and you got a pocket full of money. You're going to lose all your money because you're weak. You don't know how to say no. You thirsty. If she got any type of conversation, you're going to break bread with her. And you say, okay, I want you to move in. Okay. Then I don't want you to sleep with nobody else. That's money. She's going to tell you up front, well, baby, you need to pay me some more money because that ain't what I came in here for. That's money. And they'll tell you in a minute, wait a minute, you trying to act like you my man? You ain't my man now. Yeah, I'll come and live with you. I'll have children. But don't be talking about you, my man. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes have not dealt with these. I know what they say. I know exactly what they say. And what he's talking about, just like Puff Daddy for 14 years gave Casey the finest life you can have. 14 years. And what happened when they broke up? She testified in court against him. These transactional relationships are not relationships.
Exactly.
So
Tate the problem is now all of these relationships are becoming transactional. And the problem is these average dudes, they ain't got that kind of money.
I got you, man. I got you, Truck. But hey, Truck, Now, where you going next?
As soon as this visa clears for me to go back to Vietnam, I'm gonna cross the border into Vietnam.
What's the big deal with Vietnam? Why you want to go back to it?
Well, partially because half of my luggage is still in my apartment that's in Vietnam. So I have an apartment in Ho Chi Minh City, and I have to get back to my stuff. And then after that, I gotta take the plane from Ho Chi Minh International Airport to go back to Japan. So I don't have much of a choice.
I got you, man. I mean, you do what you gotta do. Is your girl still in Vietnam? Are you in Cambodia by yourself?
No, right now I'm in Cambodia alone because she's Asian. She didn't need the visa that I needed. And when I was putting together my visa application, I made a little mistake. I chose that I wanted a single entry visa, but what I didn't realize was that if I left Vietnam to go to Cambodia and then tried to come back to Vietnam, I didn't realize I should have picked a multiple entry visa. And it's a minor mistake that it's like, okay, you know what? I'm waiting next to the border, and as soon as I get that visa clearance, I'm crossing over. And she didn't need it at all because she has a passport where you don't need it. And I have an American passport, and thanks to Donald Trump and making enemies out of all our goddamn friends, it's like normally I wouldn't need it, but he put a tariff on these people. So these people responded by saying, yeah, well, now we're going to scrutinize your goddamn visas.
Are you eating the Vietnamese food?
I have been eating Vietnamese. That soup they have is called pho. I've been eating that. The Cambodian food, I think is disgusting.
No, I've seen it. Is it good? Is what you just said, is that good?
Oh, no, it's fantastic. If you've ever gone to a Chinese food restaurant and you have one of their big bowls of soup, it's the same concept. It's just that the Vietnamese put way more stuff in it. Like they give you what looked like a salad garden to put into your food, to your soup. So you got like big old herbs and spices and everything and branches. And you're like supposed to take like a huge basil leaf and you put that in your bowl. They give you like beef, sausage, chicken, and this, that, and other, and all of it. They give you these big bones. Like they give you these big chicken broth bones and beef broth and all that. So it's not expensive. It's pretty good. And I tested a couple of restaurants. Vietnamese food can be pretty good. Their pizza's okay. Like I had some Cambodian pizza the other day. Not bad. But the problem is, it's like when you just want some regular food. Like I'm across the street from a Chinese food restaurant where they make chicken sandwiches, like fried chicken sandwiches. And I'm like, yo, that's what I'm going to gravitate to, because unless I get regular Chinese food, that stuff could be hard on your stomach. Like if you eat too many spices, like I went to bed one night. I got this beef fried rice and I had like so many spices, man. When I went to bed, my stomach was rumbling. I jumped up. I had to go to the bathroom. Let me tell you something. I left behind a radioactive dump. And when I say radioactive, I mean the toilet was hot. The toilet was hot. And I had to drink some Pepto-Bismol, and I had to drink like an Imodium AD tablet just so that I could like settle my stomach, get back into the bed. But some of their food, man, and the Cambodian food, I don't know what they put in their food. I don't like the way it tastes. The chicken, the beef, I don't like the way it tastes. So I've been eating mostly fruit. Like when I have breakfast, I've been eating mostly, oranges, apples, stuff like that. Cambodian food, I hate. Singapore food, I hate. Bali food, I hate. I don't like. Just give me straight Chinese food, and I'll be okay.
I got you. Hey, we got Tough Guy, Rare Appearance. What's up with you, bro?
Tough guy.
Unmute your mic.
What up, OG?
Yeah, no profanity, brother. But go ahead.
I knew you was gonna say something. I didn't even say nothing. I just said, "What's up, bro?" You always do that, man. What's up? We talking about the red pills ended. I need to know what you're talking about.
Andrew Tate, the amount of criticism, judgment he's gonna bring onto red pill, alpha male, those niches. I don't think that they can survive that. I mean, because they're not that strong to begin with, and they've been going in on him.
Well, he talks crazy. So I mean, when you talk that confident as a heterosexual male, then it's gonna be hell of people after you. You know, that's just how it goes. So especially nowadays, you got to be damn near halfway gay for anybody to respect you as a man nowadays. You got to wear a purse. You got to be emotionally, what do they call that? That new, what term? Emotionally, what do they call that? You know what I'm talking about? That the girls be saying it. It's like a emotionally responsive or some shit, some stupid ass girl shit. I don't know.
Here we
Anyway,
go. Here we go.
intelligent and emotional intelligent. That's what they want you to be. But yeah, so that's just how it goes. That's what they want. And I heard your ass on here cussing up a storm the other day. So stop it,
brother.
Cussing up a storm,
brother. Come on.
That's what you was doing, brother. That's what you was doing.
Why
Every time
you,
I come on here, you got a problem with me. I don't know why it is.
Because
you got a whole bunch of people on here cussing up and down at this motherfucker. But every time I come on here,
you know what, bro?
Every time, bro.
All right, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, let me go, right?
You real disrespectful, bro.
No, you disrespectful, nigga. Fuck your channel and you, nigga.
There you go. You hear that? You can't ask somebody not to use profanity. You see what I'm saying? He says no. I'm gonna disrespect. It don't even make sense to me. Like, brother, forget me. I got to deal with YouTube.
If I can control hold on. If I can control myself, you think that the rest of them be able to do the same, right?
But it's not even me. It's YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand YouTube control all that. YouTube, you start having too much profanity, they'll send you a message. They're not going to play with you. They're going to say, well, whatever's going on, they're going to let you know. And then you got to rectify it. It's up to you. You don't, they'll deal with you after that. And that's what I don't like about people like that. And that's why a lot of black platforms are not monetized. A lot of black platforms don't get shadow banned because they let people come on there and just say all of this ridiculous, off the beaten path stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, shame.
I got you, man. So what you gonna get into today? Overseas, truck.
Well, I'm about to go out in a little while. About to jump off this computer and go out. And again, I'm just waiting for this visa confirmation from the stupid government. I wish they'd just hurry up. They usually say it takes up to 3 days, but my problem was I put it in on Sunday night. So, But I should be moving. I should be up and moving. I
got you, man. Enjoy, man. We only live once.
Yeah.
So I see I saw the Zoom to Thailand. Some older brother. They went against him, but he said that he didn't. He said he was told that Thailand was this and that, and when he went there, it just wasn't what he thought was going to be, and he went after. He didn't go after. He made a video talking about Zoom. So
yeah, well, see, everybody is going to get different results. It's just like I say, what you're looking for, I'm probably not looking for the same thing you're looking for, right? So I'm judging these women differently than you're judging them, and I'm gonna have a different time than you're gonna have. But one of these dudes, I think you're referring to this black dude. He's like an older black dude. He had like dark glasses on and everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he said that he tried to date one of these Thai women, and she was trying to set him up with her mom.
Yeah.
And then after that, we both saw the same thing.
Hold up. After he smashed, he said he smashed her, and then she was trying to set him up with her mom.
Yeah,
and he was saying that that's just
obviously-
inappropriate, period, because I just smashed you. Why you want me to date your mom? That's what he was saying. He don't like that thinking.
Some of these dudes don't take obvious cues. They just don't take it seriously. Now, she was trying to set him up with her mom, and then she tried to set him up with her cousin. And the cousin, like he told the story, the cousin started going basically on tizzy tours with somebody else and was pretending that she was at work and she was doing this and that. And the bottom line is, see, the thing about it is, and I'll be perfectly honest, a lot of these dudes that come over here, a lot of these dudes do have unrealistic expectations, especially these old white dudes. And even some of these old heads, these dudes got unrealistic expectations. And some of these dudes fall into traps with these women. They be handing them all their money, and they get surprised when she has him build her a house. It's in her name, and then she locks him out of it, you know. And then they get in their feelings. It's like some of these dudes have very unreal. If you screw a chick and she hands you over to her mom, that's pretty much her telling you, yeah, I'm not interested, but I'm trying to keep you around.
No. Truck, that's any woman.
Any woman would do that.
No. Anytime a woman starts recommending she got somebody for you, yeah,
exactly.
That she's telling you how she feels about you. Because we know women, when they want the man, they don't do that.
No, of course not.
They don't recommend he go date other women when they want that man.
Yeah, and so, you see, a lot of them, you know, they do have their own men, they do have their own boyfriends, but as long as it's not too serious, a lot of them will cheat on their boyfriends and they'll leave them for you. A lot of these dudes don't care though, and the reason why is because they don't feel threatened by the boyfriend. See, it's not this. See, this is one of the things like where I keep trying to impress upon these dudes who just call it tricking abroad. When you're at home in America, the problem is if you're going out with some chick who has an ex-boyfriend, you're actually threatened by him because he's actually somebody there with you. But when you come over here, it's different because these dudes ain't nobody. Most of these dudes, they can't fight you. They physically can't stand up to you. They don't have a crew. There's no guns. There's no guns here in Vietnam. These people are not allowed to have guns. So that it's not like you got to worry about somebody coming after you. A lot of these dudes, they'll come over here and they'll get these women and they'll do whatever they want with them because they're not worried about any repercussions. But see, back at home, there's repercussions, there's consequences, there's problems. But they're not worried about that over here. So a lot of these dudes, they have very unrealistic expectations. Now, you preferably want to deal with younger women who have no children. And as long as you do it like that, you don't have to worry about any criticisms coming at you. Oh, yeah, well, you just went over there to trick with baby mamas. It's like you don't have to worry about that as long as you go after younger women with no children. But some of these dudes, man, it's like when I'm listening to this dude talk, I'm like, the moment that she offered you to her mom, that should have been your cue to say, yeah, that's enough, I'm gone. But some of these dudes, man,
they want these women, and they lose the sight of reality. Yeah, that's any woman, man. I don't care. Anytime a woman is telling you about other people, one woman is telling you, "Hey, I got somebody for you," and you like, "Huh? Come on, here go my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
I got somebody who really likes you. Here go my sister." You know, that's a woman who don't want you, man. That's offensive to even let her do something like that.
And it's deeper than that. It's not that she doesn't just want you. on top of that, she's trying to keep you around because she knows that you're a resource that's worth keeping around. It's just that she doesn't even want to go through the motions of pretending that she wants to be with you. So passing you off to her mom is like, yeah, you know what? Listen, I don't like you, but we can still use that wallet of yours, you know. And then after the mom, passing you to the cousin, and the thing about it is he actively dealt with the mom and actively dealt with the cousin. That's on him, you know. That's on him. That's even I've never even heard. Let me tell you something. I've never even heard a white man say something like that. And I've listened to a lot of these white expat passport Joes. I've never even heard a white man say something like that. Like I've heard of them getting scammed. I've heard of them getting grifted, and it's usually the opposite. Usually they'll be dealing with some woman, and the woman might offer him the daughter. But I've never heard of the daughter offering you the mom. I've never heard of that. It's like if you live long enough, you'll hear everything, you know. And then if you look at that guy, the guy was old and shriveled up like a damn raisin. It's like I'm not surprised.
No, he was for his age. He was okay.
I don't know. He should look like he's a little shriveled.
Why? Okay, well, but Truck, if he felt like Zoom was selling dreams, how come he can't have his opinion? Why does it? I saw people are calling him names and I don't understand. Why are you attacking him?
I'm not really attacking him per se, but like I'm not down with the Zoom to Thailand crowd who would be attacking him. But what I've noticed is some of these dudes, like they'll strike out and then they'll try to lash out at people's channels. I've been called out at least once, and I didn't even bother to look up who called me out because I didn't care. And then this other dude, More to Life, Black Filipino, he's been called out by there was one dude who was doing an interview. He got called out. Zoom to Thailand's been called out. And the reality is some of these dudes are not designed for this. It's like some of these dudes might as well just stay home and deal with, be some woman's plan B. They're not designed to come over here. You know, some of these dudes, they might as well just stay home and eat toaster leavings. And that's what they'll have. They won't have any bread. They'll just have leavings left over. They'll have shreds of baby mama. It's like they'll get the worst of the worst at the bottom of the toaster.
I got you. And we got to shut this one down at this point, Truck.
Okay.
So enjoy your vacation, man. We'll talk to you when you can, man. So like, share, support. Like the stream, support the platform. There we go. We got to knock somebody. Alicia right there. Like, share, support, man. Hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat, support the platform. We got our thoughts. Is this the end of the red pill, Andrew Tate? I think that mainstream news and mainstream's going to use this to say all people in red pill are like him. I think they are going to do that. And we out, man.
All right. Good night.